Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে PowerUp সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে দুটি প্রাইজ পুল সহ দুটি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESPL Bangladesh PowerUp series. And we are back once again with the lower bracket finals. This time around, it's going to be Zeusaberz going up against the side of 7R, who were the victors in yesterday's matchup. Now going up against the big dog, 7R, they have a lot to prove. And will they be able to give the similar performance that they did yesterday against such a dominant team being Zeusaberz? This time around, it's going to be Kirito with me on the caster's desk. How are you feeling?
Well, definitely this match has a lot of weight in the tournament, and considering this is a best of three matchup, the pressure is on these teams right now. 7R, they have a consistency and aggression that I have not seen, but the same goes for Zeusaberz as well, because especially the match from yesterday, they have a point to prove. They had to run some technical issues and they weren't able to play the match properly, so that resulted them to lose the matchup and in the end join us here in the lower brackets. But I guess they just want to prove it to everybody that we aren't a team that deserves to be in the lower bracket. We had some problems, but look at us now. We are all here, all five men, all five of us, and we're just gonna come at you with everything we got. Especially, I think Zeusaberz Roy. He just wants to get on the jet and just shoot every single person over there with the operators. So I'm really hyped to see them perform with this aggression, and that's basically it. I just want to get this match started as soon as possible.
That is for sure. But now, as we are going to be moving into the map of Haven, I'm going to be a little bit, let's say, I will question the fact of what exactly the side of Zeusaberz have in their mind. Will they be opting to go in for the much more newer strategies with the Astro pickup, or will we be opting to go in for the same old strats, which is primarily the Phoenix, Omen, and of course the Jet, with the Killjoy and Cypher being interchangeable depending on how the composition, how they want to play the composition. Sorry, but at the same time, when you consider the fact of 7R, they've already started picking up that Astra and Velcro. He is like the pioneer at this stage. There are not a lot of many Bangladeshi teams that are actually picking up the Astra primarily due to how hard she is to use and how hard it is to execute down onto multiple sidelines with her. But having that level of utility on your side, and if you're proficient at using that level of utility, you're going to be the ones being in the massive advantage. And on the map of Haven in particular, that would be the best possible outcome for their side. But it seems as though 7R, they are going to be opting to go in for the Astra pickup for on the side of Velcro. But from the side of Zeusaberz, they want to go in for the Trident to tested composition once again, picking up that Killjoy, Sova, Jet, Omen, and of course that Phoenix. It's going to be comfort, the old meta versus the new meta. So let's see what happens right here and right now.
It's definitely an old versus the new because of these new metas really joining in. A lot of teams have decided to try them out. I mean, it's better late than never. I have seen these Astros being played in the other tournaments, and they had. I mean, Astra is just so useful considering you can just not only coordinate your utilities with especially a Killjoy, which I think is the most synchronizable agent in the Valorant roster along with Astra. So I'm definitely looking forward to see what Deadly and Velcro will come up with, especially in a map like Haven where you actually have to play really spread out for the side of the defenders. You might see the Astra being played all the way in the side of C and have her utilities mostly centered in the A side, but she can still provide that support because she isn't limited like Killjoy to not be able to use her Astra in certain ranges. So Killjoy can just communicate via voice comms that okay, they're coming A, let's use the utilities together. She'll just press her buttons, and we might even see a really good side denial coming out of these two. So real big match I'm looking forward to with this agent lineup. But we're going to be seeing the first round coming in. Zeusaberz on the attack. They are focusing themselves on this mid area. We do see 3 players going towards that A, sort of actually rushing really fast. I mean, we do see Exorcist and Roy. They're just walking through all the utilities, and they're not really giving a damn about it. They're just trying to get in the side. I think they're trying to sell a fake right now, but look at this flank coming down from the side of 7R. They're going to discover that the real push isn't actually C. The garage entry is being done, but the paranoia coming down from the Omen. Sar, he's going to run away. They're trying to defend this side. We do see the first bet coming in. Exorcist taking down Faisal, and Zeusaberz. The side has actually already been taken from the side of 7R. Roy with one more frag onto Overlord. Immediately it's a 5v3 scenario. The bomb plan is done. Then they've actually set up in the side Exorcist in a unique position. But it is checked by Yuri, but he's not fast enough to get the shot in. Velcro with the trade onto Roy. 2 players alive for the side of 7R. They have to defend this side. ZDR coming in them from all sides. So Velcro another frag onto Devious. Exorcist pushing in through Garage. He's gonna check that region, but the bot is creating so much problems for him. Velcro is gonna take him out, but Zar and Ice with a couple of frags taking down Deadly and Velcro, not allowing them to stay alive. A really interesting strategy coming out from 7R there. Fake the push towards A and walk into Garage. If only Zeus weren't so fast on the flank, maybe they would have gotten away with it. And yeah, there was the first pistol round coming in. Zeusaberz with the win, and they have the Spectres in hand with the economy advantage in the next round.
I was a little bit questionable to say the very least. I was so confused at the very beginning. Who is the attacker and who is the defender? Because of the way the entirety of Zeusaberz started pushing on down from the side of C-Log, I was so confused. 7R, they were just all over the place. They did not expect a push to come down from the side of C, but with the immediate push coming on down from the angle of Garage, they just caught them off guard, understanding that, hey, with the C push already coming on through, we can just make a push down towards the side of Garage, walk down into the C side and shut everyone down. But at the same time, I would have liked to see a couple of picks coming on down from the other members of 7R. That made the retake much more simpler because it was a 5 versus 2 retake at that stage, and the fact that they were able to take it down to a 1 versus 2 situation at the bare least does goes to show that that round was very much winnable if and only if one pick was gotten from the side of Overlord. But no harm, no foul. That's just water under the bridge at this stage. So just keep on flowing, keep things going for there, and with this eco for their side. But will be able to take this first initial fight is a real question, because it seems as though a lot of information is being given away, and with the positions already found out, Yuri's gonna be able to get a good shot down onto Roy, but from the back end, it's gonna be DVS with another one with the shock darts. Overlord needs to try and go in for a peek. DVS goes in for that swing. He's gonna be able to find a beautiful one tap for himself. Ice gets another kill down on the Velcro. And at this stage, the Phoenix, he's just gonna play a ring around the rosy to try and maybe find one kill for his team.
Definitely only 30 HP, and the bomb is already being defused by Ice. The bot won't help him out. His position is revealed. Sar's gonna finish off the round in a 2-0 scoreline's gonna come live with Zeusaberz winning the bonus round as well. But I mean, I saw the eco and I'm seeing these really good strategies. They're holding double angles. They realize they don't have the weapons advantage, so they're just going in with the double peaks. They're holding in the smokes. We did see, I think it was Roy who walked into the smoke and saw a couple of players holding pistols. Yuri too was able to get a frag in. I mean, they are trying to play on the trades on the eco round, so I'm really sensing good game knowledge and game sense coming out from the side of 7R. So now that they have those rifles in their hands in the third round, and we see Zeusaberz still stuck on those bonus weapons, only a couple of players have gone to the rifles, but don't count them out yet. I think they have a game knowledge that is definitely going to be tough to match, but Exorcist though, this coordinated double peek that might come in might not be helpful for them at all. Yuri is gonna get taken out. So will Deadly Roy with an impressive frag. We see the ultimate running back using by Exorcist. The timing, Phaser was going for the flash, but he wasn't quick enough to go for the peek and take him out. Velcro with the trade onto Davius though. So it's a 4v2 scenario. And the players of 7R are quite stuck in a difficult position. Overlord only 26 HP. We see Velcro with another frag onto Ice. He has to do most of the heavy lifting here. He also has the frag. The A side is relatively open. Sar is still all the way in C. Exorcist is holding outside this A long. The site is theirs for the taking, but the only obstacle is Roy right now. If they are able to take him down with this Astro Smoke, they will block his vision, allowing them free real estate into the side. I'm still confused why Sar is all the way in C. Maybe they expected them to rotate, but I'm pretty sure Exorcist didn't see them go back, and there is a alarm bot there, which indicates that their presence still could be here. So we see Sar coming in from the base. He will be spotting Overlord, but Overlord quicker. 26 HP, he will be getting that frag. The Astro Ultimate being used, and this is turning to be a really winnable round from the side of 7R. They're both gonna go to heaven as they walk through the Astral Wall. The dash coming in from Roy. He's under heaven in hell right now. The bomb plant will come in with the smoke. He's gonna use some astral abilities. The gravitational well is gonna stop the bomb defusal. Both players of Zeusaberz are struggling to get to the bomb. They're trying to provide cover from heaven. But Exorcist with the first frag onto Velcro. He's on a triple kill. He will be spotting Overlord there as well. But he has to reload his weapon, and Overlord gets the shot in on Roy, and that's finishing the round off. He's gonna ensure that the bomb not be defused. And the round will be secured. That was such smart play coming out from these two. What a duo, and what a way to win this third round of the matchup.
I don't know how I felt about that round. Exo, he really did not need to opt to go in for that reload. He had 11 bullets. He would have been able to go in for that kill, but the fact that he just dipped out when his teammate was still holding down the spike defuse really was a massive communication gap coming out from the side of Zeusaberz, and with that round loss, that's going to be a pretty massive dent when it comes down to their full-on economy, and they need to go in for that save. They cannot opt to go in for the buy, and with that, it's just going to be another save round for their side, and probably a chance for the side of 7R to try and make it even Stevens on their end at the bare minimum. But with the pushes coming on down already, 7R, they're at the advantage because they have all the information in the world to make it all work out in their favor. It seems as though Zeusaberz, they're not really being aggressive to say the very least, because they want to play it slow, they want to play it systematically, they want to find that first initial pickoff. And Overlord, he actually does get a ding down onto the head of the Omen, so he's got to be hurting. He needs to back on off, otherwise he could be biting off a bit more than he could chew.
So he's gonna go for this peak, but the weapons disadvantage is right there. But Velcro quite low in HP though. He will be still able to survive that encounter in A short. We see Roy taking position backside, but the recon there giving away his position. Ice double kill with the ghost. He's gonna get a headshot onto Velcro, so he's gonna equalize things, make this a 3v3. The weapons is still there. They still are on those pistols. The bomb plan is gonna go down finally from the side of Overlord. The side was long there, so we do see position being taken by Heaven. The double shock dart lineup's gonna bring Overlord to so low HP. He is on 16 to be specific, but one away from that ultimate. If he can get a frag and go all the way out of sight, maybe he can play his ultimate to deny the defusal. But we're gonna see Devious to the right click, traded in Yuri, another frag. Faisal, well, that was a clean execution coming out. They entry in the side at the same time, try to explode on the players playing the attacking side, and that didn't really work out because of their weapons. So we're going to see an equalization coming out from the side of 7R, 2-2 the scoreline, and we might see our first gun round here, since both teams have a pretty decent economy to go for those rifles.
Now it's going to be the operator that you were hoping for coming down into the hands of Roy, and Roy being able to pick that up is just going to be massive for him, because with the danger of him just popping you in a matter of seconds when you try and pick a corner, having that level of pressure on you is gonna hurt you a lot. But at the same time, it feels as though coming out from the side of 7R, they're doing it so systematically that all the members of the side of Zeusaberz, they're in a pretty tough spot. They don't know what to expect, but here already, Star, he wants to go in for that swing, and he pays the price for it with his life. But Devious, he's not gonna get checked. Will they check this corner? Devious with a double kill. That just does not happen to someone. Velcro and Overlord, they're gonna be real sad. Precise gunplay indeed. Devious with his aim is gonna be able to shut down two people almost immediately, and that's already going on down to a 3 versus 3 situation. Unlucky, I would say. But at the same time, that's bound to happen sometimes. But Zeusaberz, they're ready for it. And Ice, he's going to be the executioner at this point. He's looking for that push down towards that A side. But instead, it seems for 7R, they made the play to walk down towards the side of mid. And Ice, he doesn't know what's up. They're right next to him, but he's not opting to go in for the peak. He thinks that they're still going down towards that A side. And if they check down towards the angle of window,
gonna be on timing. Who's gonna check that angle? Oh my. But
30 seconds left. Last player standing. Spike down B.
Continue.
we're gonna see a 1v2 scenario coming down, the operator play coming in, and it's all onto Yuri. 77 HP, only has a couple of up traps. We see he's gonna walk into the operator, but he's gonna miss the shot. And Exorcist tries to go in for the double peek, but he can't connect the shot, and he's gonna be brought down to solo HP. But Yuri himself is only one. What is happening? Only 2 seconds, there's no time. He does get the plant in, but the classic play coming in, 1 HP, not enough to keep him alive, and Roy's gonna get the defuse, giving them the gun round and somehow saving their economy. That was quite a round indeed. A good fake coming out from the side of 7R. They were pretty much able to mask their entire journey towards the side of C. Maybe if they went into garage, but they tried to go into B, which was a good try coming out of them. But Ice just peeking and seeing that there's 2 players in front of him. Easy kills. He does manage to get one, not the second though. But we will be seeing the lead being taken by Zeusaberz. They're gonna have a better economy going into this next round. For the side of 7R, all of them are gonna stick to pistols. Faisal is going for the judge, and one thing I have to say to him, man, just clear those angles for your teammates, please.
Yeah, that was a little bit questionable to say the very least, but in the long run, I would say it's not the end of the world, but at the same time, a Phoenix with a judge, it's quite a scary sight to see, because Ice is gonna be actually going in for a peek down from that window angle. He's expecting that to happen, but look at that spam coming down from those sheriffs, and it's gonna tag him down a tiny little bit. And it needs to be forced off that angle. But slowly but surely, the push is going to be coming on down. Basil holding it out from the back end, and Velcro with a flap to the forehead. It's going to be able to take down one. But Tsar, no one checks this angle. He's just having a field day. One by one, shutting everyone down. Clicking heads. Left, right, and center. Roy comes in with his operator, being able to add some salt to that wound. Basil, yeah, he has no chance. He cannot even get it close enough because Tsar's holding down that angle with his own Phantom. The judge not going to be working out in his favor. 4-2 on the scorecards already for the side of Zeusaberz, ladies and gentlemen. And they are running out of the gate in such a rapid pace that their adaptations are catching the side of 7R off guard. And Kirito, I do believe that unless 7R tries something a little bit more different, they're going to be in a world of hurt moving forward.
7R like to take that early on aggression coming into every round. They try to push into the side and definitely invest for all that they have. And immediately, once again, that aggression is there. They're pushing into the side of A. Despite having good weapons, they're on rifles. This is their buy round. You see in eco rounds. Even one more ultimate being used by Sar to actually play for information in the A-long. You'll see, I think, at least a couple of players there. Recons are also going to come in from both sides. Information is being traded, but they have gained so much ground. The dash coming in. Roy's going to take down Yuri, but Faisal with a couple of frags over there. He's going to come in for a flash. Deadly. He's going to take care of Roy. The side has opened up for them. They can go for the plant, and they still have a lot of utility to play the post plant. And they didn't have actually much trouble taking into the side, considering that there were, I think, 3 players from the side of Zeusaberz to actually defend it, as we see the astral wall being dropped right in front of Ice. He's gonna go for the peak, but find nobody. They're both in backside. Sar's gonna take out the first person. Velcro is gonna get taken out. Faisal with the flash being able to take out Sar, but Ice is still alive. The attacker ultimate being used from the side of Deadly, but Overlord with a nice peek, getting that headshot is gonna secure the round. 4-3 the scoreline. I think the ult wasn't necessary. They were playing a 2v1. Maybe go for a double peek or something, but we do see a lot of utility being used up there from the side of 7R, and they're gonna finally take a round, making this a 4-3 scoreline. And I think they actually need to play a little bit more spread out of the map. They're not really getting some initial picks which are really crucial in taking a side. They like to push into one side with like the majority of their players and rarely have a lurker, but this time I think they're gonna try something different. Hopefully we do see a couple of players going on towards the A and C side, most of them centered in that mid. Sar's gonna pick up the op this time. The Omen playing in the C side, but he's gonna miss the shot as Faisal was able to land a shot all the way from C long with a Phantom. Roy is in a world of hurt as well. He's gonna go for a peek in that A side and be brought down to 18 HP's Exorcist. He's gotta get a couple of frags, but oh, Velcro, he's gonna crouch in and get a headshot at him. Roy is still 18 HP, trying to make something happen. He's gonna whip all Yuri? How are you there? What? Just
Yuri's like updrafted over and he's like, oh, hello there. I also exist. I'm also a jet. Can I come and stand here over with you? Pretty much a little bit of a comical moment for the side of Zeusaberz, ladies and gentlemen. But it seems as though 7R, they're just shutting everyone down too quick.
Definitely, and the aggression actually paying off there. I mean, I think they heard me and were like, you think the aggression isn't necessary? Watch this now. And they just take the A side with ease. Yeah, but we did see them play quite spread out. That first frag on Sar was also really good, as they sort of put the players of Zeusaberz in a little bit of a confusion that, okay, they are at C. We're also seeing Roy getting his getting himself destroyed at the side of A. Where are they actually going? So that actually helped out quite a bit while they were pushing the side of A. They realized too late that the main aggression was towards that A side. And, I mean, what happened to Roy as well was a complete... it was something. It was definitely something. Definitely a Jet Twin moment, something like that. I don't know, maybe a Spider-Man meme, but it was something definitely unique in this tournament. But we were going to see a tactical timeout coming in from the side of Zeusaberz, and I think they definitely want to sort of gather all the information they have about this team of 7R. Is after 8 rounds, they have definitely gained a lot of idea on how they try to play these sites, how they try to take these sites, and they're trying to come up with a counter strategy with the utility they have. This is where I definitely feel like some of those Astra plays would be useful, but Sar, he is fragging for his team. The smokes are still there, even though I feel like, you know, those are a little bit late, but it is still there. I mean, the controller is providing the smokes, and we're going to be seeing the pause going to come down. And 5-man stack in C from the side of Zeusaberz, and the completely opposite side in A, I think where 7R are trying to go. So yeah, aggressive away 7R. This time it's free real estate.
Right here.
I like the gamble coming in down from the side of Zeusaberz, but at the same time, the gamble's not going to be worth it whatsoever. You need to understand that whenever there's a team that constantly loves to be aggressive, they will always head on down towards that A side. It's very rare for them to go on down towards the side of C, because you know for a fact that if you're winning down on the side of A, and if you love to be aggressive, just go down to the same side over and over again. There's no way that they can stop you, no matter what happened in that scenario. And that small lead coming on down from the side of Zeusaberz, not really helping them out whatsoever. Valko getting another kill down on Roy when he pulled out his knives. Having a pretty rough day, to say the very least. Not really the best coming on down from the side of Zeusaberz. And already it's a team ace from the side of 7R, ladies and gentlemen. The round just started and it's already over. And it seems as though 7R, they mean business, and they're trying to shut down as many players as they possibly can to take this away from the side of Zeusaberz. And you do have to remember, 7R, they're the underdog team, Kirito. And the fact that they're doing so well against such top dogs in this entire tournament, and I mean this entire region, sorry, it's very impressive to say the very least.
Definitely, and I saw them play so aggressively, and I thought that, I mean, their strats kind of lack some. I mean, their strats are kind of basic. They're really pushing to the side with aggression, with these the duelists leading the charge, and that I thought the Zeusaberz would find a counter to really quick, but I'm seeing as if this jumping around the sides are really confusing them quite a bit. They have been going to the A side quite a bit, so they're gonna focus Roy's operator on that 8th region. And Roy is just gonna be standing here, there's nobody coming, so we're gonna see the potential of a bunch of picks coming out from his end not happen because he's on the completely wrong side. So I mean, at least they're able to confuse their opponents to some extent, that they aren't able to pick the sites where they're going. But so far, things have come down to a big stalemate as they're all gathered outside the C site. And Recon will be coming in from the side of Overlord as we see Faisal coming in with a run it back. He's gonna try and do the entry. There's some killjoy utility coming down from the side of Zeus. Ice will definitely slow them down. Faisal is going in, he doesn't care, but he won't find the frag. It is still a 5v5, all hands of the rifle, but the killjoy utility coming in. Divas with a shock dart lineup. Exus is pushing in with his own run it back. He's gonna get a frag as well. So it's a 3v5 scenario as the bomb pen is yet to go down. We're gonna see finally Overlord sticking it. Flashes are gonna come in to try and deny the entry, but the bomb has gone down. They still have a chance in coming in taking this round, but they had to find a couple of frags to equalize things up. We do see Zeusaberz still not pushing into the side. They're still outside in garage, in CT. They're trying to play for picks. They're trying to get some more advantage. They already do, but we're gonna see Overlord and Yuri get a couple of frags of their own. This is gonna equalize things up. Ice with a frag onto Faisal. Right, the trades are coming in. It is a 1v2 scenario, 1v1, but Ice will get the frag in the double pick. Yuri with an impressive shot onto Roy though, but not enough to get Ice off his back, and he will be getting the defuse quite comfortably. And I think the players of 7R were in a quite difficult scenario. At least the 3 players that were alive in that C site. That was quite a messy place coming out there. It actually hurt my head a little bit, not gonna lie. What was happening there?
The fact that it went down from a 5 versus 3 to a 1 versus 1 just goes to show that when it comes down to the post plan, 7R, they are not something that you can take lightly. They understood that, hey, Zeusaberz, they try and take a lot of these ego fights, and when they take those ego fights, why don't we just play together as team and play for those trades? They were holding every single off angle possible, and they were just popping heads left, right, and center, and that was the biggest mistake coming out from the side of Zeusaberz. They should have just played it a lot more slower. They should have played together as a team, use their communication, and then go down together. They wouldn't have lost this many people, and the fact that they did lose this many basically means that their economy has taken a massive hit, while for the side of 7R, they're going to be quite happy. Even though they lost out in that round, they were able to do a lot of damage when it comes down to the terms of the eco, basically meaning that, hey, if Zeusaberz lose out on this round, they have absolutely zero money to buy in the following round. So they're going to be forced into another eco regardless of their win. So here is where the side of 7R, they need to try and make that difference. They need to try and bring it back from there. And the turret does come out from the side of Ice. Roy, he does get spotted out from the back end. Tries to take out the Owl drone. And that's going to cost him just a tiny little bit. The dash through Yuri actually from that range is going to be able to get those shots. Exo being able to take down 2 as well. But Faisal from the silence is going to be able to trade about. Curveball goes on through. Ice goes in for the shot. But that's just not going to be enough. Overlord chimes on in. Straight through that smoke, being able to snap him out of existence. And already, 1 versus 3 situation. They know exactly where Sar is. They heard the drop noise. He's holding it down from the left-hand side corner. And with the fact that Faisal checked that corner, he does check it. But in the long run, it's going to be his teammates being able to shut it all down. It's going to be 5 and 6 on the scorecard, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of 7R. And here, they don't have buys. Zeusaberz, they don't have buy for the last round of this half.
I think something happened to my co-caster's mic there. Maybe it cut off or something. But we'll be continuing the matchup, and we do see the as he mentioned, as aggressive you mentioned, that the economy of Zeusaberz isn't doing good, especially despite having that win under their back. They will be having those eco weapons this round, and they are going to be playing really stacked in this A side, and that I think 7R was really successful in reading that. They realized that maybe because of the lack of weapons and maybe because of how much we're pushing this A side with aggression, they are definitely going to have at least a couple of players there, and maybe we should try and go into some of the other and maybe going to B. So we do see them we see the Jet. Roy has gained quite a bit of ground in the A long area. He has Sar with on his back to try and play for the trades. A recon is gonna come in, and they're right in front of him. If you look at this, the point of view of Roy, he's in this corner. He will be discovered from Faisal. Faisal, he's absolutely sure to check every single angle, and despite being blind, he's gonna land a frag. The support from his teammates. We only see 3 players alive from 7. Zeusaberz. Oh, Yuri! Why, hello there. He's gonna updraft in that corner and spot the spot Devious. He's gonna try and dash away, but he's gonna be met by another player, Faisal. He's still going to this A side with his right back. He's looking for a 4K, but Devious is behind him, and they don't check the angle. But Devious is still alive. He's gonna pick up the operator, giving him a chance to sort of clutch this out, but he has to take care of Faisal first. And oh, he's gonna go for the peak. The shoulder is gonna show up, and he's gonna connect the shot. It is still a 1v3. He has an ultimate. The bomb plan yet to go down, but Velcro holding an aggressive angle. And we're gonna see the end of the first half. Zeusaberz not in the lead though, as I thought. I mean, I thought they would be in the lead, but this really impressive performance coming up from 7R. They are playing so much aggressive and so so uniquely that Zeusaberz aren't able to read them properly. That is a really cool playstyle coming out of them. And I actually thought, despite that, I think Zeus should have been able to read them in certain scenarios, but they're just not able to. They aren't winning some of those gunfights as well. So, especially Faisal and Velcro getting so much important frags while doing the entry into the site. Yuri as well. The dashes are actually coming through. He might not be top fragging. The way he's dashing in and doing the entry for his team, gaining so much ground for them. The site is basically easy to take in that scenario. It's definitely interested to see how they play this Astra and Killjoy comp coming up in the defensive half. This is the time for Velcro and Deadly to shine.
Slowly but surely, the push is now coming on through from the side of Zeusaberz. They want to go down towards the side of B, and this is just such a Zeusaberz play. They love going on down to this B side when it comes down to their pistol rounds. This is their execution. This is their strategy, and they're just gonna get that spike line down, and they're gonna dash on out. This is a strat that we love to see. Playing it very defensively, very textbook-based B-side execution. Everyone gets a spike gun down, and they just dip back out. All come on down towards the side of Garden and towards the side of Window to try and hold down for as long as they possibly can with all of their utility in check. And with that, Yuri, he's trying to hold it down aggressively down from that angle. But the shock darts are not going to be raining on down completely. They're not going to be able to find out much. So Velcro's going to be able to get that first initial pick up. But the spike has already been halfway defused. And they're going to be able to find it out. The body block, so beautiful. And you have to remember this when it comes down to the pistol round. The body blocks are just even more deadly because the bullets don't really go through the opponent's bodies, only through their heads. And it's just not going to deal enough damage to take a person out on the other side. And that's what I love. In that round in particular, Overlord just literally stood in front of Faisal and was like, Faisal, my buddy, just hold down the defuse. Doesn't matter what happens, I will protect you with my life. And that's exactly what he did. The defuse went on through. They were able to find it all. And that's just what 7R did. 5 and 8 on the scorecard. They're able to win the first round of this half. And this basically means that, hey, Zeusaberz, they need to go onto an eco and they need to be careful here because this could easily go down to a 5 and 9. And if they're not able to do substantial economic damage in the long run, they're going to lose out on this match.
Yeah, and next round coming in, such a big gap in Garage from the side of 7R. They're not really committing a player to that area. FaZe is going to take down Sar, who was lurking behind the smokes, but this presence coming in from Roy will be a big surprise to the players of 7R. He's going to pick up a... He's gonna pick up a stinger to try and get another frag onto Deadly, but Deadly with the Spectre, Faisal with one more frag onto Ice, Yuri, the headshot with a Marshall onto Exorcist. That's really nice sniper play coming out of him. Devious though will get the bomb plant down in the side of A, and he's gonna get tagged with the Marshall as well. And Yuri knows that. Yuri knows that this man is low. He's gonna dash into the side. He doesn't check hell. Well, that is where Devious is 24 HP to live. Can he clutch this out? He connects one headshot onto Deadly, but the next one doesn't come in as Yuri, the one who started the frag, will be finishing it off. We're gonna get one more round in from the side of 7R. A 9-5 scoreline, and as you said, Aggressive, I mean, if they aren't able to do more economic damage for the side of 7R, things aren't gonna look good for them. And considering two of their players have died, they can definitely pick up some rifles in, giving them more chances to win this round from the side of 7R. They can go for a couple of Phantoms if they wish to. But we are going to be seeing some bonus weapons being bought, though. We do see some Spectres on the side of a Spectre from the side of Deadly, and Overlord. He's going to play a Sheriff as well. So Zeusaberz definitely have a better chance of taking this round and maybe getting closer to that equalization if they keep 7R's economy down on a low.
I would have expected Yuri to maybe buy one of his teammates a Sheriff or maybe a Spectre, because even if he wants to buy an Operator in the following round, even if they lose here, he should have enough money to keep things going for his end. But Roy this time around is going to be the first neutral one to get that kill. And I like the fact that they're wanting to play this as a bonus, but at the same time, playing as a bonus is just so deadly when you consider the caliber of Zeusaber's team. Yes, you were able to win out on a lot of your rounds, but you cannot get overconfident because overconfidence could just kill you in a matter of seconds. Velcro coming in from the silence. He's going to be able to get that kill down onto Ice, but everyone's now hulking him down. They know for a fact he's holding down. No, he's not going to be able to find that headshot, and instead it's going to be Sar with a well-placed flick to the body to take him on out. And at this stage, pretty sure Deadly, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He only has a Sheriff in his hand, and he was not able to pick up a gun. So I guess it's all but over, and we move on down to the next round.
Definitely, unless he can pull something out of his hat. I mean, maybe a miracle, not much, but he does have a Sheriff. He has that bot still placed all the way. I mean, actually, no. The bot is still in the A side. He has to pick that up to be able to use it. He will be detected from Devious, and he's just not moving. He will move in the end. He's running away, but we see the players of Zeusaberz hunting him down. He's gonna make his Sheriff being known, but it is an easy pickings for Zeusaberz Exorcist, and he's gonna get the frag in with a 69 score line. We're not gonna talk about it though, but we do see Zeusaberz getting that first round in the attacking half will give them some momentum, hopefully some momentum to dig in themselves and get enough out of it to equalize the round, maybe go for a 9-9 scoreline. If they can win some of these gun rounds against 7R, if they can try and play around that Killjoy utility and the Astro utility coming down from Deadly and Velcro. We do see Deadly not really fragging as much. They should try and exploit that, maybe sort of get up close to him instead of letting him use those utilities. We do see him doing pretty good, giving good information and denying a lot of sites coming in from his standpoint. So that should be one of the primary targets of Zeusaberz. And considering their they play really textbook style, pushing into a site and sort of smoking out of getting the bomb plan down and maybe trying to play the post plan completely outside the site. They have the utility for it. They have those Killjoy Swarm nades. They have the shock darts, the Phoenix mollies as well. So those are some utilities they can try and play the post plans for, but they need to get some frags on some of these crucial players before they do that. So as this pause comes down from the side of who is it again? I think it's 7R. So it is a tactical pause coming in. They want to make sure they don't give Zeusaberz any momentum. It is a gun round, so it is a really big round for both of them actually. And yeah, that is basically, they just want to make sure that everyone knows their roles and make sure none of them give the advantage to the others.
what I liked about the last bonus round is that they understood that, hey, even if you lose out on that bonus, and even if we lose out on the following buy round, we're still gonna have enough money to go in for proper full buys in the following matchup. But the interesting fact about all of this is that Yuri, he did not opt to pick up the operator, but instead he's picking up an Odin. A little bit questionable to say the very least. I don't know if he's trolling. Maybe he's gonna sell his gun and then immediately pick up an operator right after. But no harm, no foul, I guess. You can have a little bit of fun. Or the Odin could be just part of a part of a really big strategy that we don't really know about just yet. There are a lot of strats with that Odin, maybe opting to go in for a couple of wall banks towards the angle of garage, trying to hold down from the right hand side of B. There's a lot of things that you can do. So let's see what Yuri has on his mind to try and make that little bit of a difference. And it seems as though the strats are already being called. We see the things on the map. We know for a fact of what they're planning to do. And it's going to be Velcro holding it down from the angle of garage as we do wait to see what the teams have in store for us. But I really like this. Use as many tactical pauses as you need. Make sure your team is everyone on your team, sorry, is on the right page so that they can understand their roles and understand what to do next. Because at this stage, if we allow the side of Zeusaberz to take this round off the board, considering their scoreboard and looking at the economy, they're gonna be in the perfect state to just have the snowball effect in their favor. Because looking at their eco, they're gonna be able to go in for a buy in the following round, basically meaning that, hey, if we don't win out here, they'll have even more eco, jeopardizing our following rounds, while we at 7R, we have pretty much nothing. We need to be forced down to an eco in the following round no matter what happens. So as the pause timer has gone off, it's going to be 6 and 9 on the scorecard already, ladies and gentlemen. The magic number, mind you. So who's going to be the one to break that magic number? Will it be the side of 7R or will it be the side of Zeusaberz?
Well, one of the first very important peaks are going to come in from Roy. He's going to try and get some information with C-Long, but the operator waiting for him. We do see most of the forces of Zeusaberz sticking to that A side, but they're going to face a bulk of Astra and Killjoy utilities facing them off, which the advantage they actually don't have. They aren't playing that Astra, so they can't really counter that in any way. They don't have a proper agent selection as well, so if Deadly and Velcro are able to coordinate enough, I think they can deny any kind of A push that Zeusaberz throw at them immediately. Zar gets some information that the player is playing backside. It is Deadly to be specific. He will have support coming down from Overlord in A heaven. They are slowly peeling off from that A side. Immediately some utility is being used by Ice to deny any kind of fast peek, but I think 7R don't want any of that. They are playing really passively. They aren't holding these angles. None of them are going for any kind of pushes. They know they have proper guns. They know Zeusaberz have proper guns as well, so they are letting them play this really slow and holding their angles, not really backing off either, but to slowly gathering around this garage area. Smoke is going to be placed on the window, denying information for Velcro. He can provide information for his teammates, though, that this could be a garage push. We're going to see the drone come in, but oh, Yuri just standing there. He's not moving an inch despite his operator being known. We're going to see Exus is getting the frag onto him. Velcro with the trade onto Sar. The side is being executed. Bomb plant will come down in the side of C. In a 4v4 scenario, the Ryan back being denied. More information coming in as Overlord's going to send a drone in. They know exactly where Roy is. A couple of players inside. They'll actually spot Exus. The Dink is in, but counter Dink coming in from Faisal. Faisal is trying to heal. So much is going on, but outside garage, well, there's another fight going on between Deadly and Devious. We're gonna see a bunch of trays pop in. I couldn't even register who got those frags, but it is 2v2, both Killjoys. But we're gonna see each of them take their frags respectively. Devious with a frag, and Ice finishing things off onto Overlord, making this a 7-9 scoreline. Zeusaberz getting the momentum they needed, despite that pause coming out from the side of 7R, which actually, one of the objectives of a pause is to physically break the momentum of your opponents if they're winning a few rounds in a row. If they're feeling themselves, they want to keep going into the next round. You use that pause, you're going to slow them down and make sure they don't have the confidence and momentum going into the next round. So that didn't really matter in the end. So Zeusaberz are going to be that much closer to the equalization with a 7-9 scoreline, pushing 7R to an eco round though. And 7R, they're playing all in that A side. They're trying to aggress from that A side, completely letting go of this C area. And it's basically a free site for the side of Zeusaberz. So we're going to see a post-plan scenario coming down. This will allow Devious to actually gather information. No one's in C. Maybe they're flanking from A. So he's going to hold an angle, but he barely missed. Yuri, but he will have the sound cues though. Yuri knows exactly where he is, but he won't connect the shot. But the rest of the players are gonna pound on him as Faisal gets a frag. He will be picking up a rifle there. It will be falling in the hands of Faisal in the end. And they are trying to aggress from the flank, but this is a post-man scenario set up for the side of Zeusaberz. Utility is already in the site, and they're holding these angles. They have those proper guns as well. So this is gonna be a really tough time, but Sar gets the first frag onto Deadly. It's a 4v3 scenario. Ice holding a tight angle, but he doesn't need any support. Sar himself is just going for those frags. Ice in the end finishes it off onto Velcro, and that was as quick as it started. We're gonna see another round going for Zeusaberz. A 3-round lead they have. Sorry, 1 round away they are from equalizing in an 8-9 scoreline. And this is a really big round as both have those rifles now. 7R, this is their buy round, so this is their chance to deny the lead or deny the equalization for Zeusaberz if they can sort of manage it out, play their utility, play to the Astra and the Killjoy.
A bit questionable to say the very least at the very beginning stages of what the side of 7R were trying to accomplish. I understand we're stacking down towards the side of A, but an A stack is something that you should never really try because stacking on A really does not give you a lot of value. Don't really get a lot of information, and the angles that you can fight here are just easily traded because one spray from a Phantom and 3 people can die in a matter of seconds, even if you have that frenzy in your hand. And DBS being able to get that first initial pick off, something that should not have happened. A couple of missed shots from Yuri really did cost them a lot when it comes down towards the side of 7R, but still in the long run, they were able to get a couple of kills. So, no harm, no foul. They're going to be able to do that little bit of economic damage. But at the same time, how much does eco damage matter if you're not able to win out on a lot of your rounds? And they need to be careful. Belfort on the sidelines want to be able to survive. Roy actually dashed straight into the nanoswirl after getting caught out by the gravity well. Then he's going to be able to find on his own goal as well. He's looking for a couple of more. Accidentally goes into his zoom state. And Belfort on the sidelines goes in for that peek. The flash goes on through from the side of the Phoenix to shut everyone down. Faisal does make that difference, but Faisal gets flashed out himself, lands straight in front of Sar, and he's like, oh, hello there, buddy, can I stay with you in that corner? Sar's like, nah, this is my corner. Their teammates be like, what you say to my buddy? Taking them all out. 10 on the scorecards already, ladies and gentlemen. And a little bit of fun and games at the very end, but still, that was a semi-flawless round coming out from them. Double digits on the board for the side of 7R, ladies and gentlemen. And that is something that you cannot expect from an underdog team. And the fact that they're able to do this against the side of Zeusaberz, my oh my, I am very impressed coming out from them.
Alarm bot out.
This performance is definitely gonna help their confidence down quite a bit. Immediately, they're Zeusaberz trying to play an aggressive C side, and we do see Deadly is still in that. He gets a couple of frags as well. He still has more than enough HP to go for more. Velcro is already there for support. DBS and Sar get a couple of frags of their own, but it is a 1v3 all onto Sar. He's surrounded from all sides. Deadly is still alive in this backside. Not for long. No, he is still alive. A 4K coming out of him. How was he alive for so long? He was blinded, he was put in a corner. So much utility was used there. Zeusaberz were on a fast push. They had rifles as well. But that man was alive till the end, and he got a couple of frags initially with the swarm nade and with one on his rifle as well. He single-handedly saved the gun, and Velcro was there right in time to provide support to him so that he keeps his life, he keeps that rifle in his hand and is able to keep fighting. So we're going to see another round coming in from the side of 7R. They're going to go into the go in for 11-8 scoreline, and they are 1 away from a match point. So that definitely helps their confidence out very much, considering they're playing against Zeusaberz. Zeusaberz are going for a force buy as well, so not sure if if they lose this round, they're gonna have to play the match point round with, I think, bonus weapons or SMGs and stuff like that. Something you don't want to do, and something you don't want to do as well is lose your top fragger. Not your top fragger, actually, initial fragger. The main fragger for his team is Roy, and he immediately gets jet diffed straight in the face from the side of Yuri. And a drone is coming in from DBS. He will be spotting out Deadly in the backside though, but there's so much utility placed in front of him. I don't think he should actually play too aggressively solo. Sar with the opening frag onto the C side though, taking out Velcro, making this a 4v4. The controller is down for the side of 7R, making this round so much more interesting. As we see smoke still available for Zeusaberz, they can have some cover while going to the side Faisal. Watching this garage region, he is sensing, but this time Zeusaberz is rotating towards B. Maybe they're gonna pull off another clean B plant and exit. outside into grass and hold that post plant
30
scenario. They
seconds
still
left.
have a couple of utilities, agents, to be able to use that devious with a clean headshot onto Yuri and face it. He's gonna try and flash in, but the recon is gonna come in at the right time. We're gonna see the ultimate being powered from Overlord. He will be able to deny the plant. He will be able to tag him as well.
Oh my
Taking down Ice.
God.
That is so huge. 40 seconds left. He gets the frag onto Sar, who was
One
lurking into
enemy
C.
remaining.
Deadly with one more frag. This is so
Seconds
huge. 9 seconds left. There is no time for Devious to go for the plant, but that doesn't matter because Deadly just cancels him out of this universe. 6 HP left for him, but he still managed to get the frag. And Overlord, that was really impressive coming out of not only denying the bomb plan in with only 20 seconds left in the clock, he was also able to get a frag onto the lurker, which Sar could have caused so much damage for the side of 7R. So we are going to be going into the match point, and Zeusaberz, their economy is not looking good. They're going to be able to go for some rifles, but we do see the armor is not there for them. Exorcist has full armor, but only playing with a Spectre. Devious, he has none. So I don't want to be the judge of this, but I think 7R stand a really good chance at finishing off this matchup.
In my eyes, that round in particular was just so clean. And also, I have to give it to Overlord. He's like, I smell a SAR coming on behind me. He just whips his mouse around and he's like, oh, I knew I smelled something. Immediately just peeks out of the corner.
It was
SAR
almost a
there.
pre-fire. It was almost a pre-fire.
Yeah, it was literally almost a pre-fire. SAR is like, why is he looking at me? Why is he looking at me at this stage? I made no noise. I was just walking my way forward here. But Overlord's like, nah, I have the 901 IQ while you have the 900 IQ. He made that difference. He made that shot happen. But
Yeah,
it's
I
still
don't get
time.
it. I put on deodorant today. How is he smelling me? It's so weird. Yeah, but we'll be seeing the round going in favor of 7R with this impressive play coming out from all sides. Deadly as well. He was able to get the frag in the end. I mean, it was a 1v4, I think, but you know, in that state, people do go for those ego duels. You know, I'm gonna get the frag, and oh, Yuri, he's aggressing in this A short and get that first frag onto Roy. He is just running around this map. Immediately, Zeusaberz in a man disadvantage. 1v5. They still have a couple of ultimates available though. I think the Hunter's Fury is really useful in the post plant. I think the Ice is trying to use that lockdown into going into sort of entering into the site, because this is the match point for 7R. They have to invest all they can. The drone coming in from Devious will give away the position of Deadly behind the bomb site, but the bot, that is such a good setup. There's no way they can get through that. They still have an alarm bot on the A long area, even some Astro utility being used there. Paranoias and smokes are gonna come in. Exorcist with an impressive frag onto Deadly, but he's so low on HP, he will be healing right in front of the site. But look at this position from Yuri. He has nowhere to go. He's playing in hell, and he will be taken out. As we see a 3v4 scenario coming in, the bomb plant finally going down from the side of Devious, and 7R have to play the retake with the man disadvantage.
Would you expect them to go in for a full-on retake, but the fact that they were still trying to fight the side when they had the man advantage in their favor, that was the biggest question mark for me. But still, it's a 3 versus 4 situation. Anything is very much possible. They can go in for a play because they have enough to go in for the proper vice versa. Initial trade goes on through Devious for Faisal, and Overlord from the sideline. He's gonna be able to take down Ice, and this is gonna be massive for them. But they're not looking on behind him. Sar comes early on the flank. He's gonna be able to take down one. The half defuse is still not gone through. Velcro's gonna be able to find one. Will he be able to find Sar? Is the real question. The tap's gonna be going down. Taking the first. He's gonna be able to spot him out. Sar comes in with the peak to shut down Velcro. Beautifully done from Sar, ladies and gentlemen. He played the mind game, and he was like, last time it was 901 IQ. Now I'm gonna pull out the 902 IQ play. He just peeks the corner left. He peeks the corner right. He's able to juke out Velcro, take him on out. Well played from both of the teams, but at the very end, it was Sar's flank and his 902 IQ getting them that win. It's going to be 9-12 on the scorecard, ladies and gentlemen. And this way, Zeusaberz, they're keeping their dreams for this map alive, because having that first map advantage in their favor is just so crucial, because at that point, you get into the heads of your opponents, and then you can just have that little bit of a breathing room as you move on forward down onto map number 2.
Absolutely, but that singular round is enough to give the momentum to Zeusaberz that we got one round, we can still pull back, get some more, we can see, but that is not helping, man. Royce is dying initially every round, this time in the hands of Faisal, who actually got dealt some damage, but he can actually heal up as he's falling back towards the garage. He's looking for a spot to drop that Molly. I think he's yet to find where he's gonna go, but as Zeusaberz stacking outside this B side, this shock dart could be huge, but he doesn't connect it properly. Overlord, and the run back coming in from Exorcist, one from Faisal as well, but the double pick coming in from Yuri, that is so well, denying the entry. Still a 4v5 scenario. They have a kill to ultimate as well to deny entry. Faisal taking down Sar, but the trade is gonna come in from Exorcist. Phoenix Diff, can I say that? I don't know, but we will be seeing Faisal going back all the way. Oh, not actually Faisal, it is Velcro still staying in the C side. I thought that is where the rotation would be, but they're going to A with only 3 people alive, with so much utility still in play. Both Astra and Killjoy still in the field. It is going to be really difficult to
30
take this
seconds
side,
left.
but they still have a Hunter's Free. If they can get the bomb plant down, they can play off that ultimate.
Right here.
DBS already knows that there is a swarm nade, but he's going to let it fly. As we see the bot being used immediately, the swarm nades are going to come in. Alarm bot is also being placed, but they can go for the bomb plant. And the site is theirs, but we're going to see the defender Killjoy ult coming in. That is going to push them off the side. Maybe a little bit too early for my taste, but immediately we're going to see them holding the side. But that is going to bait out the ultimate from Devious. They can't play the post plan anymore, and he won't find any tags either. Velcro on the flank. Devious did check that corner, but oh, and he doesn't check it in the end. He did look there for a second, but not enough. Ice with a cup. Okay, Overlord. Well, that's that.
Yeah, I expected that to happen really quick because as soon as Velcro got that first initial pickoff down
Defenders
onto the
win.
back end of Devious, Devious leaving that angle was very questionable because you knew for a fact that one member will come on down on that flank, and Velcro, yeah, the timing in his favor, and as soon as he got that kill, that's just basically just panic button. Everyone from the side of Zeusaberz are gonna hit that panic button and the comms are gonna get overloaded. And in that situation, every other member from the side of 7R, they were just waltzing down into the side, headshot after headshot, get those trades, get those kills, shut everyone down. We have the man advantage. Let's just use it to get that win. Beautifully done from all the members of the side of 7R, ladies and gentlemen. And they just take map number 1. And the primary reason they were able to take map number 1 in such a good fashion, and I will say that it was a really
Well,
attacking side. And that was a massive question mark in my eyes. Yes, Kiran.
Yeah, your mic just disappeared, kind of threw me off there, but yeah, we get the point that momentum was a big factor over here. 7R taking so many rounds in a row, especially in the defensive half. They played really well and actually denied Zeusaberz their chance at getting some more rounds as well. Zeusaberz, we do see them getting 1 or 2 wins, and then they were sort of hyping themselves up that we're still in this matchup, but in the end it was, I think, the agent selection was also a big factor. I think Zeusaberz, despite playing really well with this comp, I think they are getting restricted in certain ways because there are things that the Astra can do that the Omen can't, and especially in this Haven side, I think that Astra has way more potential than Omen, despite the paranoia actually being a big factor for Zeusaberz's entry. That huge flash just really helps take clear out most of the site for them, and that is actually something they have to work out on their own. I think they should really try and play this Astra. That will make this such a consistent team even more better. But we'll be going into the next map in a few minutes, and yeah, hopefully we're going to see Zeusaberz with a comeback performance so that we can go to the third map and see more action coming out of these two impressive sides. Till then, we'll be taking a short break, and I'm basically hyping myself up for this matchup because it is so entertaining, and I can't wait to see what happens in the second one. So till then, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back in a little bit.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়োট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেট এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে ডাবল এলিমিনেশন হেরে যাওয়া দল এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছে। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। Good luck, agents.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ টুর্নামেন্ট শুরু হবে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাট। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া হবে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছে। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক লিজেন্ডস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং অপেশাদার কাপ ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে দ্বিতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছে। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক লিজেন্ডস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে এবং দ্বিতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন, উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে ডাবল হেরে যাওয়া দলটি নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত প্রতি দল পরের মাসে অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেয়। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছে। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন, সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। Good luck, agents.
These days we push forth, we stand strong, we stand tall, all together now, yeah. Cause we warriors, yeah. 'Cause we
Every young gamer
warriors,
wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
warriors. Yeah, let's go, let's up one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, let's go, let's up one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, ride with it.
স্বাগত। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগত। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে দুটি প্রাইজ পুল সহ টুর্নামেন্ট হবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে বাছাই পর্যায়ে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফর্মেটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল amateur কাপে এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি প্রথম পর্বে প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন, উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে ডাবল এলিমিনেশন হেরে যাওয়া দল নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দল হারবে তাদের তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত প্রতি দল পরের মাসে অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেয়। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESPL Series 6 Amateur Cup lower bracket finals matchup between Zeusaberz and 7R Esports. We are in the second map of the day in Ascent after the first match between these two teams in the map of Haven. The result was quite unpredictable to say none the least. 7R actually took the map with the scoreline of 13-9, and it was quite unexpected in my opinion. I mean, Zeusaberz, despite being consistent, they just couldn't keep up with the aggression and the confusion that 7R were throwing at them. So really interesting to see how we're going to play this second map, which is the map pick of Zeusaberz. So I'm really looking forward to this matchup between these two sides. So I'm Kirito, by the way. Alongside me is my co-caster Aggressive. Aggressive, what do you think about this map? What do you think
And
is going to happen?
this map in particular is a map where we know for a fact that Zeusaberz, they're very comfortable at. And this is the map where they are just so deadly. But this time around, it seems as though they're playing the much more standardized composition. They're not really going in for anything different. They're playing the exact same way as they did in the map of Haven in particular. But once again, the glaring disadvantage that they have in their composition is them not having an Astra. And this time around, also not having a Killjoy. Basically meaning one thing in particular, they have absolutely zero forms of utility other than the Phoenix and that Sova. this is gonna purely rely on aim deals at this point. And if 7R play with the utility properly,
Select your
Zeusaberz, they're not
agent.
even gonna get a chance to go in for proper aim fights.
That is definitely something I'm really worried about, especially considering that we have again that Astra and Killjoy combination coming out from Velcro and Deadly, which is so good. Especially, I mean, in Haven it was really confusing, but there were three sites. They had to spread out their utility quite a bit, and they had to use it on these other sites. But this time, we can see the Killjoy anchoring into one of the sites, probably A, or maybe even B as well. They might switch things up, who knows? But they can anchor themselves into one site, and Velcro can also focus most of his utilities on that specific site for the synchronization between these two agents. So it's just gonna make life a lot more difficult for Zeusaberz, but they are on the defense first. So this is where the chance is to get as many rounds as they can, because the defensive half is relatively easier in my opinion for in this matchup, and it's in the game of Valorant in general. I feel like defense is a lot more comfortable because you see the enemies coming towards you, and especially if you have good communication with your teammates, you can definitely depend on them to hold off the other side till you rotate and hold off certain angles so that you don't get picked off. That is, of course, if they're all checking those angles. So we're going to be seeing this matchup start in about 5 seconds. We do see those pistol buys coming in, and Zeusaberz, they're actually opting to go for some half armor as well. And I think they might go for an aggro as we see Roy and Sar filling the Phoenix now. The Astra utility is immediately there to sort of distract them. The recon as well. It's going to reveal the position of Dam, and Faisal is going to spam through the smoke. Look at this crossfire held there from Roy, but doesn't matter. Faisal, he's on a
Warrior.
He's on a kill streak. He's gonna get 3. Felgor's gonna get shut down though, as Ice is gonna find the frag. But from behind Faisal, he's gonna get the ace. Just give it to that man right now. He's gonna get a 5k first round off, asserting his dominance.
What just happened? He literally taped it, like he literally got some duct tape, you know, those black electrical tape. Just literally put it on his W key, and he's like, I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna become a race car, and I go brr. That's literally what just happened. He didn't stop for even a second. He closed the door, went in straight through the door, just ran up to Garden while so much noise was being made down towards the side of site. I didn't even hear his footsteps. Broke the window, hopped out, and just got 2 kills and got himself an ace. What just happened in that round? That makes absolutely no sense, but at the same time, this is exactly why the Frenzy is such a strong weapon when it comes down to the hands of Arena. Because if that Arena has a chance to make it happen, she will do it beautifully. And this time around, gonna Velcro from the silence, be able to get a double kill for himself. Yuri chimes in with his own kill onto the head of Sar, and one by one, it seems as though 7R. They mean business. They are not even given a chance towards the side of Zeusaberz to even breathe. And Zeusaberz is like, Nani?
Boys,
What just happened?
let's calm down for a second here. Oh, what the hell is happening? You're still talking about the last round, but they have just taken another round. What? I mean, Team 7 are just going burnt right now. That is the meme. They are not giving any ground for Zeusaberz. We saw that side entry. That was a crossfire being held there, I think by Roy and Dam probably. I can't even remember who it was, but they were holding a pretty good crossfire. They actually had some vision despite being close, near-sighted by the Reina flash. But still, they couldn't win the gunfights. There was such a clean execution coming in. And I think, again, this is the bonus round for the side of 700. I think they're trying to do a quick execution again. Zeusaberz playing really passively this time. None of them are in the side, though. Roy, he's going to take some picks, but he's going to fall back. Damn, finds a gap in the smoke, but he's not going to find a kill, though. We're going to see still all Spectres on the Yuri with the Phantom. But look at his positioning from Overlord. He is in the Scatback area. He's on the flank. If they don't clear this angle, which I think they do, we have Ice picking that, and Sar with a couple of fraggers of his own. It's going to give them the man advantage. 2v5 scenario. Roy's going to take down Velcro, and Sar with a ninja execution onto Yuri. And finally, Zeusaberz clapped back with an aggressive retake of their own, not giving a chance for the 7R players to react at all. So we're going to see another round coming in. And I think, what was that? 2 minutes? I think we have 3 rounds already in the bag. I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, I'm pretty sure that at the very beginning, 7R were like, yeah, let's just test the waters. Let's just WQ our way down into the site. After WQing, Zeusaberz is like, all right, they're just gonna WT, guys. Let's go back to our usual defaults. Let's play for a 5v5 retake and just wait for them to rush into our silence. That's exactly what they did. They had the better guns in their hands, and they were just able to shut them down systematically and perfectly for their end. But now I think that 7R, they're gonna play it a lot more slower. After such a very hectic couple of rounds at the very beginning, that's exactly what they're doing. Playing it a lot more slow. They're playing it a lot more systematically. They're waiting for some form of information to come on through from the side of Zeusaberz before they try and commit down to any of the sidelines. With mid control semi-established to say the very least, they're slowly but surely making their way down forward. TVS opting to go in for that jiggle, does spot him out. So with a recon bolt, he's going to be able to get a little bit of information for himself. Nothing has been sorted out just yet. The recon bolt has been destroyed. But from the back end, it's going to be Sar actually opting to use his running back. And with this running back, will he be able to find a lot of value is the real question. Has a flash in his hand, gets caught back out. And that's just going to be hurting just a tiny little bit because you already used one form of utility and you've got no value out of it whatsoever.
Absolutely, and that utility not being especially an ultimate. We will see one more ultimate being popped in from set of Faisal. The Empress is in play, but Roy is gonna take down Yuri, Jet Dip if I might say. But we see aggression. Ooh, that smoke, Velcro, you don't do that to that man, especially after getting a frag like that 4v4 scenario. But the players are stuck in mid as the door has been dropped. I'm not sure if it is broken just yet, but they are kind of trapped in this mid area. I think Devious, this is a really good chance for him to get some information in this mid, and he will be spotting Faisal. But luckily, none of the players have pushed from the side of 7R, and only 30 seconds left on the clock. They have to make a decision quick. But Faisal with a crucial frag onto Dam. But we do see the Phoenix Sar is still alive, lurking in this garden area. They need to take him out of the equation if they want to go towards A, but they're going towards B. This is such a big gamble coming out because they have Devious and Ice in such good position, such passive position. 9 seconds left on the clock. They have to get the bomb down. They're rushing to the side. Velcro, he still has the bomb. They have to put it down, my friend. They have time. But the Ice, he can't deny it just yet. Devious with the frag onto Deadly. He's trying to get out, but Devious with a double kill of his own. Sar, the only man alive in a 1v2. We do see Astra, the Velcro, quite low on HP, 39 to be more specific. He will be using a smoke to sort of cover his ground. He's gonna lurk in the smoke, but the timing isn't in his favor. The weapon wasn't in hand, but okay. Well, that was a nice flick coming out of Sar, but they were all just standing next to each other. I think Faisal sort of expected him to reposition towards lane maybe, but Sar is gonna go back into the same smoke and land a nice flick and win the round for Zeusaberz. We're gonna see them equalizing things up after a really hectic few rounds there, and a really confusing last round in the end for 7R to be specific. They were like really caught in that mid area, not sure where to push. And I think the A side would have been more preferable because there was only one man Sar there, so I think with the 4 stack they could push there. Maybe
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the short disconnect coming on down from our end. We had a couple of technical difficulties, but we were able to fix it all up, and we are back once again with the matchup. The players have been waiting, to say the very least, and they are now pumped and ready to go up once again against one another. And I do believe there are a couple of problems coming out from the players, so they're taking a little bit of while for themselves. But still, we are back nonetheless. And Kirito, what we were talking about what happened in the last round, so let's just give a quick recap of what exactly happened in the previous round in particular, so that so that everyone can have an understanding of what to expect in the following match.
If you can look at the scoreline, you can already see that it is a 4-3 scoreline right now, and Zeus have taken a few rounds. They have clapped back quite a bit, and things had really slowed down in the last few rounds. We do see in the beginning, I mean, 7R were just WQing their way in, and in the third round, Zeusaberz were the ones who, with the weapons advantage, went aggro on them. So things have definitely slowed down quite a bit, and 7R are quite a bit behind, especially after the last round. We see a lot of utilities were invested into that mid area. Faisal actually pushed all the way from mid into B, but I mean, the push was really not that successful. We did see him getting taken out by a really good positioning coming out from DVS and Ice. So it was fair to say that they actually weren't that successful in that round. But we'll be seeing them going for a bit of a safe, bit of a unique buy this round, as there is a Phantom actually in the midst of all those pistols, a few frenzies and a sheriff, but Yuri is gonna go for a rifle actually. So this is actually a really unique buy coming out of them. We do see a 4-stack in this B area. I think they're trying to rush into this side. There is no Cypher utility though, to my surprise, inside the B side. That is actually quite interesting to see coming out from the side of Ice, that he didn't actually place much utility there. We do see Ice getting tagged down quite a bit, so he's going to change weapons with DVS, who actually stands a better chance of staying alive in this round. He's going to trade his Spectre for the Phantom. As we see the postman scenario, that was actually a really quick execution coming out of 7R. That is something that are really good at. Immediately putting down a Killjoy Swarm Nade to deny entry into lane. Recons are also coming in from Zeusaberz. The wall bangs are getting initiated, but no tags just yet. No frags to come down. As we see Zeusaberz taking the fight to them. In the side, Deadly with the first frag on DVS3. They're pouring in. Oh my god, Zeusaberz! But none of them check this angle, but he doesn't have ammo! Oh, that was so unfortunate coming out from the side of Velcro. He had the perfect angle. Maybe could have gotten a multi-kill, but he didn't have the bullets in his magazine. So we'll be seeing another round going in favor of Zeusaberz. They're extending their lead to 5-3, and I'm really interested to see how the economy of 7R is gonna look like. I mean, they did buy one Phantom that round from the side of Yuri, who seems to have enough money for another rifle. So somehow they made that work. I don't know.
Yuri has just too much money to work with. This guy has been buying Guardians, Vandals, rifles in the rounds they should be saving, but finally it feels as though his bank has run out of cash and he has no more funds to keep himself going. If they lose out on this round in particular, that is. And this round is very important for the side of 7R, because you know for a fact that if they lose out on this round, that basically means all but over for them when it comes down to their own attacking side, because at that stage, you're going to be forced onto another equal. You're not going to have enough to go in for the proper buys, and that's going to allow Zeusaberz to take you down to a 7-3 scoreline. And on that 7-3 scoreline, you're going to be under a lot of pressure to try and make it to a 7-5 at the bare minimum, because if you allow Zeus to have that advantage in their favor, being like, hey, it's just going to be an 8-4, maybe a 9-3, and we're going to be the ones to take it all away from your end. But here, Faisal, he tries to go in for the shot, but he's not going to be able to find it. But in the long run, he's going to be able to, and he's going to be able to use his distance to get out in that scenario. Still, no harm, no foul. 4 versus 4 situation on the map. The Cypher takes off his hat and says, good day to you, sir. Ice for feeling everyone's position. And with that, it's just going to be a wraparound play coming on down from the side of 7R. They're moving in themselves towards that A side. This could be deadly, because with only 39 seconds left on the clock, they need to make the decision right here and right now, because any sort of a slow play could just cost them the entire round.
Absolutely, and we see only 30 seconds left on the clock. They have to execute a side quick. We do see them investing the Killjoy ultimate. That won't really push back Damn quite a bit. He's still playing in this heaven on the right side. Some utilities are gonna come in. The Cypher utilities will allow Damn to go for some peeks. This is a nice crossfire held by Sar as well. He will be staying inside the lockdown for some reason. I'm not sure why he backed up, but he will have Roy to provide cover for him. The entry to the side has been done. It is a 3v3 scenario, but the bomb plant is yet nowhere to be done. I mean, I didn't realize the time go away, but the bomb was nowhere near the side. We did see Overlord getting an exit frag in the end, but Ice will trade. And another round for Zeusaberz. I'm surprised that we're seeing such a lack of aggression in these last few seconds. I thought, I mean, the entire side of 7R will be scrambling to get that bomb into side and put it down. And not only that, they're actually playing like really slow. I mean, it is a good strat to play slow against a really passive team like Zeusaberz. They are playing a little bit passive in this map of a sense, so maybe sort of confuse them, pull out some nice utilities to sort of bait them out to the different sides and then lurk into the other side. But there are certain scenarios where I want to see that aggressive 7R, especially taking a site with so much utility. We did see in that last eco round, they're able to push into that A site so easily and play a post plan. So if they have some rifles in the hand, they can also do the same thing, but have some players outside site, have some players in B garage, have someone lurk down mid, maybe do some extra damage, or sort of deny the bomb defusal if the players in the site sort of aren't able to defend anymore. So that is some of the strats 7R can definitely do, considering they also have an Astra and Killjoy in play. But right now the economy isn't there for them. They are gonna go for a save. Velcro, he's gonna say something else. He's gonna say, I'm gonna buy a Vandal. Amongst all these eco weapons, there is a rifle. I'm not sure if he's actually gonna keep it, but we do see the advantage sort of edging towards Zeusaberz side, as they have 4 Phantoms and a Vandal in their arsenal, and they have more than enough money to go around for the next few rounds as well.
With the pause going on through, Zeusaberz, they have taken this tactical pause, and I'm really wondering what they are planning, to say the very least, to actually warrant this type of pause. Because if they want to take that massive lead in their favor, take it down to a 9-3, here is where they need to make their stand. Otherwise, it could easily go down to a 6-6. So clean slates for both of these teams, moving on down forward to their own respective rounds. With Zeusaberz going on to attack, and of course, for the side of 7R going on to the side of defense. And 7R, they're having such a hard time trying to break through this defensive hole coming on down from all the members of the side of Zeusaberz. And this is primarily because, as you just stated, they were just a little bit too slow. They are not playing aggressive whatsoever. They're playing it way too systematically, way too late. They were just running the clock down to the wire, and that's what's really hurting them every single time. And something that is very uncharacteristic when it comes down to the side of 7R. And once again, Faisal forgets to actually scope in at that range, and it's so important to scope in with that Spectre. And I'm pretty sure in that situation, if he just had a share, that was an easy one tap and just an easy kill to go.
Devious is gonna get a frag on Fury, who missed his ultimate, and well, it's gonna add a couple more, a 4K for him, and Dam is gonna finish things off onto Velcro. I think Faisal pushing it, I mean, obviously you need to scope in there, but he was also really isolated. He was an island on himself there, and surrounded by players like Ice and Devious, who had rifles on their side. I think if he had some support, maybe a trade would have been possible. Obviously, though, we do see Devious using his recons to actually deny any kind of push. He would have had information if there were any player trying to support Faisal there and maybe provide some wallbang. He would lose his life, though. Faisal probably would have gotten a frag there, but we will see another round going for Zeusaberz, and things aren't looking good for 7R. This is an eco round, though, so this is where they should make their stand. Again, I'm seeing such a lack of utility from Ice. He's placing all of his utility in the side of A. We'll be seeing some Astra utility, the Astra ultimate to be placed, but oh, nice coordination there. We do see the gravitation well coming down from the side of not Faisal, sorry, Velcro, and the frag is gonna come down from the Jet Yuri. He will be dashing in, crossing that wall, and the Astral ultimate will be providing cover for them to go for the plant. As we see, the push is gonna come in. Sar will be using the run it back to gather information, maybe get some frags. He will gain information. There is a bot there placed in the lane area. That will allow Roy to go for the peak, but look at his flank. Oh, Velcro, he's able to snap into the head. That was so big. Devious is out of the equation, and he is still alive. Sar, he's getting slowed down because the gravitation well, so will the drone coming out from Overlord. Not sure about the actual limitations of the utility. Okay. The kill spin just lit up, but Faisal is still here. He's gonna finish things off. I didn't even realize Roy's positioning until I just saw the kill feed. What the hell happened there?
Last round in the
Roy
half.
just got 3 kills coming out of Speedway? When 3 members were down on side, 2 members holding down from the side of Boathouse and 1 holding from the hard right angle? This guy is an absolute beast, and he's a madman. Just went down into
I
side
actually need to see a replay of that, man. I don't know what happened there. I was too fixated on I think it was our positioning. He was getting pincered from all sides, but well, Roy doing Roy things. And again, he needs to be going for the operator.
And with the operator now picked up for him, he's gonna be in a pretty good spot of his own. But Faisal, if he's this corner, this could be deadly. Wants to go in for that shoulder kick, and Roy's not gonna be able to fight it out. Good plays coming down from him, but at the same time, really good play from Sar as well. Sar using his own hot hands to stop any sort of an immediate push that could be coming on through, allowing Roy to get himself down into position. DB is holding it down from the side of Ashore, makes an aggressive push, but immediately gets straightened out by Velcro nonetheless. But still, that's gonna be a massive loss coming down from there, and both Sovas are now going to be going on down, making both the side thing and also the retake very difficult, if and only if the side of 7R are able to execute down onto the side. But it feels as though Ice, he's not going to be giving up much whatsoever. His setup is going to be reigning supreme, holding on down from multiple different side plans, and he has that camera placed on a really good angle. And it seems to 7R, they understand that Ice is holding down towards that B side, so making an A execute would be the smartest play here. But to make this push happen, they need to be careful because Sar, he's right on the other side. He has a flash in his hand, pops it almost immediately. Sar! He's not going to be able to find it. Deadly instead is going to be the one to shut him out down. Roy holding down from the angle of Evan. He's not going to be able to survive for long though. Roy comes in from the sideline, being able to take one on the Faisal. Dam gets killed from the sidelines though. It's already a 2 versus 3 situation. The Killjoy Lockdown has plays in Ice. He needs to make a run for it. He needs to make a book it down towards the side of Swamp, but he's not going to be able to make it. Even more time lost. Both of them got hit. Ladies and gentlemen, this could just be all but over. It's such a dangerous fashion. Getting one kill is gonna be deadly. Getting another one is well placed. Spray transfer and good spray control onto another. 7-5 on the scorecard for the side of 7R, ladies and gentlemen. They are back and they're breaking down the doors of Zeusaberz. And Zeusaberz, a little bit questionable in the way they tried to play that round.
I mean, what is happening with Roy? Last round he was just popping off, and this round he just walks into the lockdown. I mean, he was outside. I'm not sure what happened that made him walk in again. Maybe he was trying to be quick. Maybe he wanted to get in the second it hit 0, something like that. But the timing was definitely off, causing him to be detained, and he was easily taken down from Deadly. So a really nice last round coming down from the side of 7R, but this is where they should take the lead. They have good agents to actually play this map. The Killjoy, the Astra, also the Sova as well. We did see last round, Ice, he wasn't really focusing on mid with his utilities. Actually really surprised me. Usually maybe a trap wire is placed in that area, but we won't be seeing any utility coming out of him just yet. But right now we do see a nice setup from the side of Deadly in this B side, but we do see Zeusaberz, they're just pushing in through main. Nothing is stopping them. They're pulling what 7R did in the last round. Immediately his Faisal is gonna fall. We do see a angle being held by Deadly. He will find a frag onto Roy, but DVS is there for the trade. We'll still see a player holding in B garage. This position could be really dangerous if they don't check this properly. We do see over there Yuri is just walking down catwalk. I'm not sure if Dam is aware of his positioning. He's just checking these angles like a madman. But the trade is there. Velcro will take him down. So it's a 2v3 scenario post-plan. But this positioning from Ice is all that's really important for Zeusaberz. Ice can get a frag through the smoke if he's going to be able to time it properly. The camera is placed to give information. They now know. But he also knows where Velcro is. So he knows that Velcro will be going in for the peak. Shock dart plays from Overlord. We do see the Astro utility. DVS is going to shut him down though. But Velcro, he's unable to find the frag onto Ice as well. So Zeusaberz getting another round in their bag. 8-5 the scoreline. They're getting that much closer to reaching the double digits of a 10-point lead. But it's still far from over. Zeusaberz do have money for a buy, and 7R, I think they were a little bit congested inside that round. I don't know, what do you think, Aggressive?
It felt as though they were just caught off guard in that scenario. They were not ready for such an aggressive push to be coming on down from the side of Zeusaberz. But Zeusaberz at this stage, they're just giving 7R a taste of their own medicine. They got rushed on in the previous round, and this time around, Zeusaberz just rushed on towards the side of 7R, catching them completely off guard, them being able to get that advantage for their end. But at the same time, it feels as though there's a fight happening down towards the side of a main. But this fight is short-lived. A shock dart straight through the body, 90 damage coming out almost immediately. Both Velcro and Yuri are extremely low. Their fight has just gotten even harder The turret is going to be able to do a tiny little bit, get a little bit of information down towards the side of 7R, but that's pretty much all that they're going to be fighting. Sar using both of his curveballs to get a little bit of information and grab some space for his team at the bare minimum so that they can go in for an easy spike. But and with the spike already going on down in a very open position, for the side of 7R to go in for this retake would be nothing close to a miracle if they win this one out.
Isolate one of the players. Damn will be taken out deadly. He's just breaking down through the smoke. Faisal is there for the trade, but we do see Devious is still on the flank, but he will be also taking out Velcro, the only player who's actually stood a chance of denying them this flank. Faisal is gonna pick up a Spectre, but Roy is gonna go for a double kill, taking down both Faisal and Yuri Ice with the final frag, and they don't even need Devious right now. Devious was on his way to help out his team. But we will be seeing the round going in favor of Zeusaberz, 9-5 the scoreline, and they're looking so dominant in this attacking half. Even though that was sort of a slow push to begin with, they really picked up the pace and improvised on the fly. And obviously the aggression coming out of DVS on the A side definitely set back 7R quite a bit, taking down the HP of a couple of players. Really good job done from the side of Devious. And right now we do see a full buy coming out from the side of 7R. Zeusaberz still bit of a bonus round. We do see a couple of Spectres, but mostly... Oh, there is also a Ghost in the equation. Devious, he's got a Ghost in hand, and they're trying to execute the side with it. Sar is already inside Roy with a frag onto Yuri. When did he even get 100 Heaven? I'm not sure, but he's only 33 HP. As you see, Sar, he's trying to slow down the push to the door as the door is shutting down, but Faisal wallbangs through from Heaven to Hell, and he's gonna bring down Roy, who he sort of avenged his brother there. The jet is brought back. Another good drone coming out from Overlord. He's gonna spot out Ice and take him down immediately. Astro Utility is slowing down the players in the door for the postman. We do see the Diffuse trying to go down, but Devious is gonna deny it. Good recon coming down. Deadly is gonna be able to take the frag there, but Devious left with only a Sheriff. Sorry, not a Sheriff, a Ghost. I'm not sure why he went with the Ghost buy in the first place. But we'll be seeing 7R clapping back with another round in the defense. Actually, the first round in this defensive half coming out from them. And despite that, there is good economic damage coming down from the side of Zeusaberz. We do see they are able to go for buys, but some of them have to sort of compromise and go for maybe SMGs or shotguns. As Velcro, he's playing a judge. Yuri, I think he's going to play the ultimate. He will go for a rifle in the end, but it is more or less a gun round coming down into this matchup.
Expected Roy to actually opt to go in for the half shield and give them a full buy, but in this round in particular, it feels as though it doesn't feel like it, and they're not opting to go in for that play instead. Probably Roy, he wants to pick himself up an operator for this attacking side, because we know how deadly he can be on this attacker-sided operator, but instead, this time around, it's gonna be Faisal just trying to jiggle out that corner, get a little bit of information at the bare least, try and play a little bit more aggressive to say the very least. Sar goes in for the first initial curveball, gets a tiny little bit of utility out, but uses the second, and he needs to create some space with it. And if he's not able to find a lot of space, that's going to be a massive dent to their end, because they need to start executing down immediately, and instead it's going to be Dab coming on down from the mid-angle, actually being able to take down Faisal this time around with that first initial kill. That's going to be massive for them. Yuri, if he dies out here to Ice, that's going to be all but over for this A-side defense. Yuri's going to be able to find one. He's going to be able to find two, and he did his job beautifully. Yuri, that's what he needed to do. Even though he dies out to a trade, he set his team up perfectly to go in for a proper retake, to say the very least. And they need to be careful, and they need to make their stand here. If they lose out on this round, that's going to be meaning double digits going on down forward for the side of Zeusaberz. And you should never give your opponents a side of double digits at the very beginning, because at that stage, they're going to be the ones that dictate the pace of the entire fight. They're going to be the ones to make sure you stay out of any form of an advantage for your end, and the chances of you trying to equalize will just get even harder. But it seems as though there's a Mexican standoff between both of these teams. No one wants to peek first. They want to wait for that recon bolt to come on through. A lot of information being given away. They know exactly where all the members are. One swing to the left, one swing to the right, and pretty sure Dabs, he's just gonna get blown to smithereens. It's gonna be 7R just executing down onto the side beautifully. And Overlord's recon just on point. Beautiful positioning from all the players. And the execution for that retake was just so crisp.
That was such a clean retake, as you said. I mean, the recon was beautiful. I was actually really concerned that why they were taking their time with this retake. They were just holding in the garden area. They were just holding. I think I expected Zeusaberz to go for a flank, but in the end, I figured out that they were waiting for that recon. I think that's what the columns were Overlord were saying. Guys, just give me a second. Let this recon come in. The site take will be the easiest things of your life, and easy it was. Immediately, a couple of players spotted out. Wallbang coming down from some of the players taking down Ice. And that is basically when everything was done and dusted. The retake was so clean, and they just need to continue this momentum up. Play for the retakes if you think the site, if the push is too aggressive, you have some utilities to use, and just to use it and leave the site. You don't need to play so much aggressive. This is the passive game. This is a passive comp coming out from the side of 7R with the Astra and the Killjoy. Sova 2 is, I mean, Overlord's recon is so useful right now. They should wait for that information and play with it. So we do see some tactical pauses are going to come in. The boss will be unpaused immediately. And again, 7R do have a buy round coming in. Yuri is going to go for the operator. He will be playing in the mid area quite aggressively as well. I mean, there are some players, I think, from Zeusaberz are going to peek this mid link. We will be seeing the Blade Storm being used, I think, from Roy. We do see Dam going for the information in the boathouse. He will spot Deadly. They know that there is one player inside, but the amount of utilities placed in this entrance of B, I'm surprised. I'm gonna be surprised if Zeusaberz even are able to go through that. We do see some mid smokes being placed from the side of Dam. Might indicate a cross. That will be enough to actually pull the operator to the A side. Good fake coming down, but Velcro, he's definitely spending something. He's going towards the mid region, walking the back of Faisal. The utilities will be used all at once. We do see the entire map emptying out, but another players are actually pushing. Faisal spams through all that utility, gets a frag onto DVS. He's trying to find more, but none of them are giving any ground. We do see there's still the only Phantom in the hands of SAR, still in play in this garage. All four of them are stuck in this positioning. We do see the Cypher camps still holding Frank Roy with a frag onto Faisal, equalizing things. Really well done. The side take will be going down as they know it's all the utilities from the Killjoy have already been used, but oh, Deadly's gonna clap back. He's gonna put his swarm nades to play, but not for long as SAR will get the trade in. 3v4 scenario and the bomb plant will go down. SAR is going aggressive, but not gonna happen that much. He did use his running back, so he is still in the equation. As we see a couple of shock darts come in from Overlord. Retake coming down for 7R in a 3v4 scenario.
It's just gotten even harder for them. I honestly thought that everything was already over. 7R are going to be able to win out on this round, but I'm really going to be questioning this because this could just be a possible round win coming out from them. Sam is on pretty low HP, doesn't have a gun for himself as well, so everything just really depends on how Yuri is going to be playing this Blade Storm for his sidelines, and already Roy is going to be holding down for the backhand corner. Yuri's not going to be taking that one out. And Overlord, he gets sacked down to 33 HP. He has nowhere to run and he has nowhere to hide. He needs to go in for that play. Maybe try and stop them from actually getting out of the side and maybe get a kill for himself, but he's not going to be able to. Roy instead is going to slap a dagger into his body. And it's going to be a 3 round coming on the board for the side of Zeusaberz already, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly speaking, Faisal opting to go in for that repeat, knowing that Roy has his Blade Storm in his hand and he missed the first initial shot. That should not have happened in any single scenario, and them losing out on Faisal almost immediately in that round, that opened the floodgates towards the side of Zeusaberz being like, hey, we can just rush on down into the side. And at that stage, everything was already over. Deadly, he could not be ready for that peak. Maybe, yeah, he could have gotten a kill down on the SAR, but at that stage, what would that kill even accomplish? They are not really going to get a lot of value in the long run. That's going to be a massive dent when it comes down to their morale, because now they're forced onto an eco, and with this eco, that's going to be a massive problem for them, because after this, it's already going to be going to the 11th round on the board, and Ice, he's holding the lurk. He's going to be able to find out one, and he's probably going to be able to find out a second as well.
I know exactly.
We're gonna see the ultimate being caught. He's gonna find a triple kill on the flank, absolutely demolishing the entire force that was trying to go for the flank. We do see, oh, Deadly, the only Vandal in the team. He's in a 1v4 scenario. Yeah, I mean, he might try and clutch it. He has an ultimate. I'm not sure if he should use it in this scenario, but look at the minimap here. Look at this positioning from DVS. I'm pretty sure he's expecting it. He is looking in that area, but it's all gonna come down to timing. Dam is also on top right now. But the clean headshot coming out from DVS, 11-7 the scoreline, and we might just go to the third map, considering how well these pushes are coming from the side of Zeusaberz. They had every bit of utility placed properly, especially the tripwire coming down from the side of Ice. He placed that on Amin, and it really worked out. They figured out they might just go for a flank, for a aggressive push coming down from either of the sides. So a trap wire wouldn't hurt, and that actually worked really well, allowing them to get a couple of frags, even destroying the entire flank, allowing them free entry into the side. But this is another Byron coming in from 7R. They do have rifles in the hands, and Overlord, the only one with half armor. Let's see if he can, despite that, he still providing information for his teammates. We do see Zeusaberz aggressing to catwalk. They will be making some noise. Drone coming in from DVS will give the indication that there are players trying to push through here. The smoke is also in mid. We'll see Overlord being tagged by the drone. He's gonna have to fall back. There is still some Astra utility. There's actually only 1 star in the side. It's still not being used. I think Faisal, he's in heaven trying to go for a peek. It's too risky to actually go. There are still players in A main. It is Ice who's holding that angle.
Spike planted.
And we're gonna see the retake being played from the side of 7R. The Astra ultimate being used. Immediately the wall will be denying entry from both Garden and A main. But look at this position from DVS. He's right next to this wall. If they don't check this angle. But oh, DVS finds a frag, but traded out immediately from Velcro. It is still a 4v4. An equal fight coming down, but the HP of Dam might just be the all they need. We're gonna see another frag. Roy is gonna jump Faisal, traded by Overlord. The Killjoy ultimate is being used. The lockdown. There's no time. All the players of Zeusaberz are in the side, but Overlord, he's just finishing them off. They're all detained. Roy was the only one there, but he did get detained, and that was a really well placed utility. And in the nick of time, they will be getting the defuse. So 7R are still in this. They are gonna win that gun round. They will have economy to go for another full buy in this round. Zeusaberz too, they are quite comfortable economy wise. They can even go for an operator for Roy if they want, but I think in the attacking half, the operator shouldn't be that much useful. So 11-8 is the score line. There is a little bit of momentum coming around from 7R, but if they manage to get this round, they're definitely gonna be able to get some momentum going and definitely hamper the economy of Zeusaberz. So a lot of value in this upcoming round.
Scanning ahead.
Now moving on forward after that round, Zeusaberz, they kind of did drop the ball when it came down to their post-plan positioning, but at the same time, I really like the utility usage and the conjunction and the symphony of utility, coming on down from the side of 7R. Using that astral wall beautifully, but already moving on down to this round in particular.
Oh, no.
Velcro, he's gonna be able to take down one. He's actually gonna be able to take down two. Velcro, how did you do that, my man? But the crossfire was already there. I understand that, but Velcro should not have gotten those 2 kills. They know his position. They know exactly where he is, but damn, he was not able to find that refrag, getting caught off guard and pretty much unguarded almost. He was not ready for that fight seemingly, because he took way too long to go in for that first initial shot, and instead it's going to be Velcro being the one to take him on out. And with that, the last remaining members are holding on down from the side of B main. And Kirito, this could just be all but over in this round, and I'm pretty sure that 7R, they have the possibility of sending Zeusaberz home if they keep on playing like this. And if they're able to equalize, I have a feeling that this
30
match
seconds left.
will go in the favor of the side of 7R.
Definitely, but look at this play coming from Ice and DVS. They're playing so slow tactically. This recon is going to be huge, giving information that Yuri is there. But Yuri, he's going to try and go for this headshot. He's going to dash away. The Astra utility is going to work against him. His own teammates. 13 seconds left. They have to go for the plant. But the denial coming down from Overlord. He can win this round if he wants, but he won't be able to connect the final shot. He will be tagging one of them though. Both of Overlord, sorry, not Overlord, DVS is low on HP. So is Ice. So it's still very much winnable. We see the drone giving information. Velcro is trying to go from lane. Will dodge that recon. He'll spot the head. Overlord with a shock dart kill onto Ice, and the last player DVS, he will be spotted out. He's trying to push out the recon. But in the end, I mean, it was a good attempt though coming out from the side of DVS and Ice. These two are really slow passive players, both information agents. They just slowly walk into site, just take those 1v1s, and were successful in taking the site as well. So there is good economic damage, but in the end it really won't matter much, maybe? No, it actually did. Although Yuri can buy for one of his teammates, Faisal, he's in a tough spot economy-wise, so is Deadly. Zeusaberz, on the other hand, they have enough money, but that round is definitely huge for the side of 7R. If they can scrape up enough money for another full buy round, maybe they're gonna get some more momentum in their favor, and we might just see a comeback coming down.
On an 11-9 scoreline, this is where the real pressure is about to start for the side of 7R, because at this point you're gonna feel a little bit more giddy. The anxiety will start kicking on in. Your adrenaline will start pumping because you have that opportunity to take it all away on a 2-0 scoreline, especially against the side of Zeusaberz. And we all love an underdog story, yes, but it's gonna be a question of why Zeusaberz are having such a hard time going in for a lot of these matchups. And you already know why. This is because of the computational advantage that the side of 7R have. But just as I was talking about that, it seems that the compositional advantage does not exist pretty much, with all the members of the side of Zeusaberz just going in for the tried and true tested compositions that they do have. 7R holding their positions a little bit too aggressively and a little bit too one-dimensional, causing them to lose out on that fight almost immediately because of the recon build coming on through. And with that, the push is going to be coming on down towards this A side. Basil holding it down from the back end of Heaven, trying to go in for the first initial frag, but Velcro, he's going to be the one to be able to get a trade.
That's
He's actually going to be able to find a double. Deadly coming out from the side, and Velcro with his third. And Deadly, he's still alive, he's still kicking, but that's just not going to be it. They just do a reload in the open, and Sar just peeks out from the side of A main, and he's going to be able to find two. Ladies and gentlemen, 7R, they have dropped the ball. They got way too excited. They did not expect Sar to be holding on down from that angle when all of his teammates had already died down inside of the side. And with that, it's already over, ladies and gentlemen. Zeusaberz, they take it all away, and I'm pretty sure that the buys coming on down from the side of 7R will be super scrappy. They don't have enough money, pretty much. And Yuri, he's forced onto just a judge. Was an operator before, but now it's a judge.
Well,
Sorry, not
definitely,
operator,
but
guardian.
yeah, we're gonna see a really tough economy coming out from 7R. They are gonna play judges, specters in this match point scenario. That is something you definitely don't want to see. Immediately, Overlord is gonna go for this peak. Don't do that. You have those deflects for a reason, so that you don't have to go for those wide peaks while sing. And oh no, Velcro is reloading. He does get a frag on the Sar, traded out by DVS. It's a 4v2 retake gonna come in from the side of Zeusaberz, sorry, from the side of 7R. And I'm not really optimistic too much right now. Even the wall bangs are gonna connect. We're gonna see some damage being done there. Bomb plant is still gonna go down. Ice finally getting the bomb down. He has an ultimate available. So does a DVS, but he's gonna get taken out of the equation quite immediately. But damn, he's gonna try. Okay, this whole round just changed. Deadly is able to predict Dam's positioning. He might just go for the defuse. The pings are there, but the shots aren't connecting. We do see the bodies are gonna come in front of the diffuser, trying to protect him. And they will go for the defuse. Roy is still alive with half HP, but he's not gonna be able to get any kind of frags there. So 7R from match point, they're still alive. It's a 12-10 scoreline, and it's still gonna be quite tough. It's still a tall task, but there is that slight glimmer of possibility coming down from their side.
12 and 10 already for their scorecard, and already so the really good round coming out from them. I wrote them all being like, hey, Zeusaberz can just easily win this one out, but Yuri's like, nah, I got a judge in my hands, and you know for a fact that when I have a judge in my hand, it's all but over for you. There is no way you can counteract the judge. People used to complain about the fact that the Bucky was really powerful and no one could counter the Bucky. I would rather face a Bucky than the judge. Every single time I see a person complaining about the Bucky, and I'm like, just pick up a judge, and the Bucky is absolutely nothing. That's exactly what happened here. 7R using that judge to its fullest fruition. Yuri just full sending it down into a side, getting 2 kills. Tell me honestly, if you had a Vandal in your hand, do you think that you could have done that? Hell no.
No, definitely. There are certain scenarios that even the rifles aren't that useful, and the judge definitely came into clutch there from the side of 7R. But still, we do see Zeusaberz, they still have some economy, have some rifles in their hands, and they're going for the rotation to the side of B. Crossfire is set up there from the side of, okay, what was that cloudburst? I don't know, but we do see the crossfire being held by Faisal and Yuri. I'm not sure if actually that the smoke being placed might give any sound cue, I'm not sure, but we do see Faisal and Yuri ready for this push in B. There is an Astro Star in front of them, and the timing is almost synchronized. We do see a couple of flashes coming down from Sar, but the Astral utility, we're gonna see Yuri with the spray through getting Sar. Another spray is gonna come down. Nobody is crossed in. Oh my god, how are they alive? Yuri's gonna get one more frag onto Ice. Faisal with a frag onto Damn. DBS is only gonna trade, but it's a 2v4. We do see the... Oh, Roy's just gonna barely survive that, but not for long. He's gonna find a frag onto Veltro, but Faisal's gonna trade him out there. DVS all alone in both house. Not enough to deny the defusal, and they are gonna comfortably get the defuse down, and we might just see a 12-11 scoreline. They are one round away from going into overtime. to give them a fighting chance to win this lower bracket finals, going into the grand finals of the Amateur Cup 6. And we've got a game in our hands, dude.
This is very interesting to say the very least. Of how Zeusaberz are actually dropping the ball in this scenario, because every single time when I say that, hey, Zeusaberz should be the ones winning this one out, it feels as though those small misses that they're doing every single time really is just hurting them. The impact frags are just not really there. Yes, they're getting a lot of kills, but where are the impact frags? Just look at the scorecards coming on through for all of these players. 22 and 14 for Roy, 22 and 17 for DBS, 17 for SAR. They're getting so many kills in comparison towards the side of 7R, but how much are these kills mattering? Not so much, primarily because of one reason. These are not impact frags. At the very end, these are eco frags coming on through, or these are the last minute frags that they were able to get when the side of 7R was just giving it up. But for the side of 7R, they were getting multiple impact frags. And at that stage, you need to ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? You need to have a lot more confidence, when you're trying to take a lot of these fights, because it just feels a little bit too one-dimensional from the side of Zeusaberz. They're playing it very predictive, and it's this stage when you're this predictable. Pretty sure that 7R, they're gonna have their notebooks ready. They already wrote everything down, and at this point, they're just entering the cheat codes, being like, "Hey, we're the one to win this matchup, and if you're not careful at this stage, we're gonna bring you down to an overtime." And possibly just take you out right then and there. Because imagine a situation like this. You're at match point, and your opponents take you down from a 12 and 9 to a 12 and 12. That's going to be a huge blow when it comes down to team morale. And if Zeusaberz are not able to win this one out, I'm pretty sure that 7R, they're going to take it all away and win this one out and go on forward towards the grand final.
Definitely a big run coming down, and this tactical timeout coming out from 7R is so crucial for them, making sure that everyone knows their roles, everyone's on the same page, and nobody makes any mistakes, so that everyone's utility utilization and the time they peak, the time they go for those double peaks, they go in with for a dry peak, everything is coordinated, everything is planned thoroughly. Because if they lose this, it is all over. We're gonna have to go for the third map, and this is their only chance they have for a sort of a overtime, for a chance for them to go into overtime. So yeah, big round for both sides, but let's just see what they conjure up. And they're definitely taking their time with this pause.
A little bit questionable to say the very least, because normally tactical timeouts last for about 1 minute, but still teams can take as much time as they need to set themselves up. But at the same time, I think that they're feeling a little bit giddy, so they're trying to shake off the adrenaline from their bodies. But at the same time, when you try to shake off that adrenaline, you lose that level of focus that you had previously. This is why, yes, tactical timeouts are very much important, but when your team has that advantage in their favor, when you have the snowball effect, you should never go on for the pause for this long, because if you try to pause the game for too long, you lose that adrenaline, you lose the snowball effect that your team had built up previously, and your aim will suffer considerably. But at this stage, will that happen is the real question moving on forward. But also going on through Kirito, I'm going to throw you this question. What do you think that the side of Zeusaberz can do to try and bring it back for their end? Should they opt to go in for much more of a control-based playstyle, or should they just go in for a full send rush and catch the side of 7R off guard?
Well, considering their aim and how well the entry is being done from Roy and DVS, and especially how they're playing this mid flank, although I think 7R is going to be prepared for that, I think they should fast rush this B site maybe and go for a late mid lurker. Maybe that's going to be able to deny them some entry. Have a player, I mean, they will definitely have a good setup in the site itself for a post plant, and maybe a player holding down garage and maybe a player lurking down mid is going to be really useful. We do see an Odin play coming out from Yuri though, as the round is already beginning, making themselves known that at least the Sova is playing in this B side, but the rest of the players from Zeus are pushing down this catwalker, and Alir is gonna come down from the side of Faisal, giving up so much information, and he will be spotted out as well. We do see Velcro coming in to take his place. He's moving himself all the way to heaven. So immediately we do see the setup in A coming down, but they have left B completely open as well as mid. We do see that the Sova Overlord, he is in that mid area, but he doesn't have utility enough to sort of give the information that there are players in mid. He will be spotting on Roy though, who he's gonna get wall banged.
Oh no.
Dead.
Spike down
That's a big
mid.
frag. Another recon coming in though. The spams are gonna go through, but none of them are connecting. We do see a player is holding in B main, so Zeusaberz have a really well set up in this B side. They can just go for the taking. Yuri low on HP 25. And they have to fall back. It's a 4v5 scenario. Zeusaberz are gonna get the bomb plant down. Sar low in HP. He can't heal himself though. He's gonna move into boathouse, drop that molly, get some heals, and we do see DVS holding in this market area with another player holding his flank. It is Dam. They're quite spread out. Overlord with the trade on, but DVS, his presence is made known. There is a player in market. Yuri only 25 HP. The recon is gonna give away his position. The ultimate is gonna be used, but it's not gonna be connecting towards anybody. Yuri skillfully dodging it. The Astro ultimate is there, but the bomb plant is in a really unique position. We're going to see a smoke coming in front of Sar. Faisal with a frag, traded out by Ice. And the bomb and the time is ticking down. 7R, there is no time. They're gonna hold the defuse. There is still time, but behind. Oh no! He connects the headshot!
Is this gonna happen?
Yes! 0.28 seconds, they pulled off the miracle. Velcro is feeling it. And we're going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. This match is far from over. I thought this positioning from Star, he's just gonna wait till the last second, just peek and deny the defusal. How that was the plan. But somehow, Faisal managed to get a 4K and a headshot onto Star, and the round is theirs. And we're going to the overtime, ladies and gentlemen. 12-12 the scoreline. And I think this is just too much for them right now. I mean, Faisal's just like, okay, let me chill for a second here, guys. Even I'm getting hyped right now.
What just happened? I am so confused to say the very least, because Faisal just did an immediate 180. He smelled Sar holding down from the back end. I was talking about this previously. Sar, he goes in for a massive plays, and that really does hurt him in the long run. But what happened to Yuri? Yuri's not present, but he is back. I got a little bit scared right there. I think that they were celebrating a little bit too hard, and Yuri probably slapped his hand on the desk or something. Maybe got a tiny little bit hurt, but he is back nonetheless to make that difference happen for his team. They're making the push happen on their end. At the very least, the recon drone, is going to be coming on through soon enough. They want to make their way down towards the A short angle, but at the same time, Overlord, he needs to be very careful, to say the very least, because if he tries to be a little bit too cheeky, he may just get wall banged out of his own corner. But still, Faisal, he's holding it down from the back end, uses his own leer to get a tiny little bit of information, to say the very least. The push is going to be made down into the angle of A shore. Slowly but surely, they're making their way up. And with the first initial pickup, it's going to be Dam with a double kill. No one's going to be able to get that 3-0 to him. And Dam, he's going to be able to escape with his life. That's not something that you should do. You escaped with murder at this point. And Roy, he's holding up from the back end side of hell. And he gets the first initial kill. Deadly's already down, and I'm pretty sure that at this stage, 7R, they dropped the ball. They got way too excited. They were celebrating a little bit too early, and it's going to be a flawless round coming on down into the overtime, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you never celebrate too early, even though you made it down to match overtime.
That definitely is going to affect 7R quite a bit. They are in the defensive side now, so they should be a little bit more comfortable. Hopefully, they're going to be able to equalize things up. Play off the Astro and Killjoy. Use that to deny the entries and have more focused gunfire where the utilities aren't present. To have that Killjoy in the B side, the entrance is a bit more congested. So have all those Astro and Killjoy utilities in the B side, or maybe A side as well. I mean, it all depends down to how you want to use it. But we will be seeing a pretty strong setup coming down from Deadly in the A side. And what is this?
Bye bye Recon. Recon's going to Haven. The Recon's going to Haven.
I thought, okay, wait, did it connect somewhere?
No, the Recon's going to Haven.
Oh no, it went. I mean, it showed on my game screen that the Recon warning screen that you're about to get scanned. I think it was one of their own teammates, but well, you just used that. Okay, Recon's in Haven right now, detecting some other match going on in some other world. Yeah, it actually goes with the Valorant lore, the origin duplication lore. Then he's detecting the other world agents. But we're gonna see the rotation coming in from Zeusaberz. They are going towards this A side. Deadly should be ready with that utility. They should have predicted the rotation might be here, considering how much time Zeusaberz have eaten up. This smoke will also give information as well. The paranoia is gonna come in. Deadly is trying to use those utilities, but not really it's gonna affect them too much. We're gonna see Roy dashing into the side. He will be able to get the bomb down. So it's a 5v5 retake coming down from 7R. We're gonna see Sar heal himself back up to full HP. so that he's absolutely prepared for his side. But TVS is on the flank. Keeper is on the minimap here. He could be huge, but we do see the Velcro. He's sensing that. He's feeling that there could be a flank. He's trying to go for those peaks, but he's too early. Nobody's there right now. You can see them take the side. Delhi with the first frag. Roy is gonna find the trade, but again this flank we're gonna see a DVS getting the first kill onto Yuri. Overlord with the trade onto Roy though. DVS with one more frag. That flank being so useful, and damn, he's gonna take him out. It's a 1v3 and it is all done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. Velcro only one alive. He's looking at door, but damn, he's gonna finish him off from A-Mate. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is here. It is Zeusaberz Esports going to the grand finals of the Valorant Valorant PowerUp.
No, we're going to the third map.
We're going to the
third map.
I am sorry, guys. I kind of got hyped there. We're going to the third map. This is far from over because I'm just too tired. Why did I say that? I don't know. I'm gonna cringe myself now. But we're going to the third map of Split. Zeusaberz maintain a comeback and winning the first overtime. It was just a really good play, and I mean we have seen DVS do that flank so many times, both in the A side and B side. I'm surprised that they weren't actually ready for it. They actually have one player looking at it until all the players were in the site. We do see Velcro. He was going for those peaks, but the timing was really good from DVS. So it was a good match coming down, and we'll be going to the third map. So it's gonna be interesting to see who is gonna be taking that third map and how they're gonna play that third map.
Now, in my eyes, the main reason why the side of 7R were not able to win out in this map in particular is primarily because, once again, they celebrated too early. And this is why you should always be careful when you celebrate, because if you get too excited, you start underestimating your opponents, and then you start playing pretty badly. And at this point, yes, they were able to do the impossible and go back down to overtime, but the fact that they just drop the ball in that scenario, that should not really be happening, even though if you win out on impossible odds, basically meaning that they lost out on the second map. And with that, they're going to be heading in or down into the third. Really commendable effort coming out from both of the teams. But at the very end, it was Zeusaberz' consistency and their discipline giving them that win over the side of 7R. But still, ladies and gentlemen, it's not over just yet. This is going to be a best of 3. It's going to be a 1-on-1 on the scorecards already. So it's still going to be a competition between these teams to see whose tournament dreams are going to stay alive and who is going to be heading on down forward into our invitational. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a short break, maybe trying to get a nap for ourselves and also a little bit of water for Kirito because I think his brain has been fried just a tiny little bit.
Give
and
water.
we're going to be back. Yes, and we're going to be back with you real shortly with the next match in just a little bit.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে। যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESPL Valorant PowerUp Amateur Cup Series 6 lower bracket finals match between Zeusaberz and 7R Esports. It's still going on. We're going into the third map of Split, and joining me now is Kalashnikov. I'm Kyoto, by the way. So Kalashnikov, we have been at this for two maps right now, and we're going into the third one. And to be honest, I didn't expect this to go that far. 7R putting a really good performance. Their aggression and their utility usage combined together with sometimes they're actually making really good gameplay moves. So what do you think about this map of Split? What do you think Zeusaberz are going to do to sort of come back in this and just assert their dominance?
Well, actually, in this map, Split is basically, there are more alleys than open grounds, to be honest, and it's all about elevation, more up and downs in the map. So basically, you're seeing multiple heavens, multiple corners to peek to check. So basically, the team with a better coordination and a better gunfight skills is gonna win it, because there's not too much utility to be used, because only thing you can do is draw out an enemy from a corner. Except for that, not much utility will be at your disposal to be used. But that being said, if the team coordination is good, if the utilities are timed right, I guess that might be able to help out the excelling team right here. But about 7R, I have to say, yesterday when I saw against D3, 7R was really dominant over the time, and 7R having extremely good
Select your agent.
what do you call it, the mechanical skills excelling over D3. I guess they can really match up to Zeusaberz. I hope so. And that being said, sometimes I really think that maybe these two teams are basically coming up to the upper level soon. And we also know that Zeusaberz is really good at utility usage and their strategies, apart from their general mechanical skills. They are good at it, but their utility usage is actually far more superior than anything else. And except for that, I mean, this map is gonna be the real test of who actually, pulls the trigger more better and more accurate.
Well, absolutely a great rundown. As we see the Asian lineups here, we're going to see Ice going for that breach pick. On the other side, 7R do have their sort of same lineup coming in. They are changing up the duelists and the sentinels, though. We're going to see Faisal going for the Raze and Overlord with a Sage. Sage being a really useful agent in this map. I think the mid blocking and slowing down, even putting a passive wall up in B Heaven is really useful, and especially the flash coordination coming down from Ice and all the other players is really good. We're gonna see immediately some smokes are gonna pop in the side of A, and the entry is being done towards Heaven. Sar with the first frag onto Yuri, and immediately traded out by Velcro onto Ice, and we're gonna see the Boombot trying to be in place from the side of Sar, but he's pushing back Velcro. Velcro is just holding down his S-key, following him back, and Nate is there to push him back even more. Roy with the frag on Faisal. Trade is there from Velcro taking down Sar, and they're gonna have to fall back in screen. This is a really tough position. Overlord is trying to hold this angle with a classic only, but he's gonna get double frenzied to the face, and there's not much he can do. But look at this positioning from Dam, though. He's still holding in this Heaven. If Velcro doesn't clear this angle, this could be really huge, but he will be jumping in. But the dink coming in, Damn, he's gonna get the headshot. It's a 1v3. It's all on Deadly, but keep in note, all players are low in HP. Both Roy and Devious don't have full HP. They're really close to being in that one-tap range. Deadly has picked up a goal, but he himself is only 50, so he needs to avoid getting shot. As he's already in B Heaven, he sees the bomb. He needs to get into the site and take down at least one. He think he just spotted Devious there, but on the right side is Roy. He needs to be aware of this positioning, but this short range, he's gonna get the headshot though. So this is a really possible clutch, but Roy's gonna peek out at the exact time he was sort of, in the animation of changing weapons. With only 200 HP, he's gonna be able to clutch it out. So there's a really fast push coming down from the side of Zeusaberz, and they're gonna secure the first round, being able to go for those Spectres in the second one, having the economic advantage. 7R though, they are gonna go for an eco, and I think they should try and play on their utilities more like they did in those last maps. Play on those Astra and those Killjoy utilities, do damage well while they're doing their entry. But right now the economy isn't favoring them. They can't really buy all the necessary utilities they need for that play. And again, Zeus are aggressing on this A side, where the presence of the Astra utility and Killjoy utility is quite bare.
Well, I guess, sometimes what I see is that round is basically was really, really sharp. It was really, we didn't expect Zeusaberz to take off so easily like that. 7R was able to defend it for a long time, and I have to say there was a good try by Velcro. As we all know, Velcro is a star player of the team of 7R, and actually that was really good. And we're seeing Deadly on a easy free kill out there, and again 7R on a free kill once again. Those two free kills off the board, really easy one. No plan is going on the side of Zeusaberz. Zeusaberz still holding the side. 3v4 situation, doable for 7R yet. And we're seeing Faisal taking the frag. Faisal taking the second frag off the board, and we're seeing Ice try to do that, but that clutch was all there. 7R is gonna take back the round, and this is going on the side of 7R. So that's that.
Well, we're gonna see another Citrion coming out from the side of 7R, and we're gonna see some questionable chat coming down in the below there. I think some of them actually messed up their keyboards. But we're gonna be going on to the next round, as we see the economy has sort of improved for the side of 7R. Actually, I think I really like how they played that last round. We did see Zeusaberz had everything set up for them. They even went into A main to play for a post-plan scenario, but 7R knew they didn't have the superior weapon, so they all went in that A main to clear that out together, and they managed to take down two of those players for holding A main. And not only that, they were able to pick up their Spectres as well, so giving them an edge going into the site. So we're gonna see another Zeusaberz. So just walking to A-Rams. Yuri's gonna spot them, and he's gonna fall back quite a bit. Sar has aggressed quite a lot as well. This is an eco rounder from Zeusaberz, so they shouldn't be that much afraid. Roy is holding down in Vince. I think they might rotate to B right now. Deadly with another frag onto Dam. That is exactly what Devious is doing. He's going towards this B area. The wall is still standing there, so no worries. no one's going to be able to resist them from mid. As we see the rotation quite loud indeed. They're going to this B side. Not the best of the slow orbs being placed there from Overlord. We're going to see a fault line coming from Ice will slow down any kind of denial for the entry, and a good crossfire set up there as well. Devious though low on HP, a drop coming in from Roy, but he's not going to be able to do anything about that. Classic in 28 HP. Devious manages to land a dink with a right click, but not enough to clutch out the round. So we're going to see the lead being taken by 7R in a 2-1 scoreline. Eco round being, the gun round being won from their side. And, well, the economy is going to improve quite a bit after that round, considering they took 2 rounds in a row. They're even going to be able to go for an operator. And there's still a bonus weapon in their hands, though, Overlord, with the Spectre. But the Zeusaberz, this is their time to shine. They have those rifles now, so an aggressive push, coordinated with those breach flashes, and an ultimate still available. So they might just use that this round. Let's see what happens.
And on that, the last round is basically what we really expected. 7R was in a very cheeky position, but even though they were in a full buy, Zeusaberz, but they still couldn't, manage to take off that point of obviousness. And right now, what we see is that sometimes they're always going through those kinds of aggressive times, and 7R is basically gambling the whole thing, gambling their whole situation off the board. And then again, they're getting inside and trying to make a point out of that. And after that, 7R was pretty successful in that push, in that gamble. So that made them have a kind of like advantage over Zeusaberz on economy and on the stabilities. So pretty much we are seeing quietness all above. There's no information out there, but we're seeing Faisal on a double frag out, but Sar takes back. Zeroy takes another frag. Really good frags coming off Sar on a second frag off the board. Sar inside the site trying to push it back, and we're seeing Deadly on the Heaven taking point. And it's 2v3 situation. We're seeing Yuri with an operator trying to holding up, and they're trying to box up the enemies, but I don't think it's gonna be much more profitable for them. But yet they're trying their best, using their time as their skill and schedule right now, and they're still waiting for them to peek the enemies first. Sar knows what the enemy is. Sadly, misses the shots. It's 1v2 situation. Deadly is in a very deadly situation. Gets one frag. Beautiful. Beautiful. But couldn't manage to finish it. But I have to say, nice try coming off on the side of Deadly. Really brutal. Nasty. One taps out there. Actually, there are bursts right there. And that wiped out. But Zero and manages to get back the round. Kudos to Zeusaberz winning that round and equalizing the scoreline. But 7R, nice try. Almost there, and it's looking really, fabulous right now, and it's really hard to say who's gonna take what, because right now, even 1% of falling back, one mistake can drove you back to the ground.
Absolutely, a lot of value coming into each and every one of these rounds. Look at this aggression being held by Yuri behind this box in mid. A lot of utilities being thrown in this mid area. This stance could be really deadly if they, there is a multi-frag potential coming down from Yuri if they're able to distract him enough. Look at Overlord, he's destroying all the utilities that might give away this position from Yuri. He's trying to draw the attention to himself so that they don't feel the need to actually check that angle. And we do see things sort of slow down. Sar is holding quite aggressively in this mid, and they are with that smoke in vents. They might just push in this region, but they will be checking that angle to Yuri. The ultimate is gonna be used there. Damn, with another frag into Overlord. The breach ultimate being used inside. We're gonna see Sar Faisal being caught in that. He's gonna see Roy dash into the side. He's trying to find a second frag, but he's gonna get traded out immediately by Sar. Velcro with the frag onto Dam, but it is a 2v3 scenario. They have a couple of ultimates left, and Deadly and Velcro, this is a really good duo to be in this postman scenario, so I'm definitely seeing a possibility for them to win this round. Deadly has the Killjoy ultimate. He's gonna place it all the way in the left side. That is a wall bangable angle, keep in mind. We're gonna see the Astro ultimate being used, but so will the Raze ultimate from Sar, but that is just buying time. He's not actually pushing through. He's playing for the man advantage, waiting for Devious. Look at the minimap. Devious is gonna walk through the wall, but no, Deadly was aware of his positioning, and he's gonna bring it back to 1v2. Deadly's gonna drop into hell, but I think this positioning Ice knows exactly where he is. Fails to connect the headshot. Velcro. He's gonna get the frag onto Sar. He's trying to go for the aftershock, but
It is all on to Ice, who manages to actually deny the defusal by using that aftershock. Velcro has to run away. He will not live either. So another round coming in favor of Zeusaberz, and what a close round it was. Both sides throwing everything they had. A good ultimate coming down from Velcro. Really smart play from Zeusaberz, actually buying time for that flank. I mean, it didn't gather the kills, but the time advantage was there. They wasted the time that 7R so preciously needed to go for the defuse. So that's going to put them in a lot of trouble economy-wise. We can already look at the buy menu and see that they're going for judges. A little bit of a force buy, a little bit of a half buy, but Zeusaberz on the other side. Their economy isn't in the best state, but they still can manage rifles, so they have a slight edge, slight more of an edge than 7R in this matchup.
Well, actually, what you think, Rido, is that both of them, I mean, both of the teams are, leveled up. Like yesterday when I saw this match between 7R and D3, I'm seeing that 7R is way high up in the skill ceiling than D3. But today what I'm seeing is that we are seeing a match of beautiful shots right there. We're seeing a match of extremely skill ceilings over here, and we're seeing pushes coming off on the board. And that being said, plant is being off with Zeusaberz gets the plant off, and there's a 5v3 situation. Zar gets that one more frag off the board, really looking bad for the side of 7R. 7R is holding and trying to push it. That was really, really aggressive, but still gets to kill. Really beautiful kill out there. Gets the concussion, but doesn't make much of a difference right now. He's trying to push it, but Zero kills him in the air, and it's all over. Zero is very low, and it's basically on to Overlord. Overlord isn't gonna push anytime sooner, and Overlord, what was that shot? Overlord on a rope just kills. What was that inaccuracy, but a full accuracy on the headshot? I don't know. Anyways, Overlord got a weapon, secured a Phantom for his team. It's really good to watch, so that Overlord now can manage to provide one more weapon to his team. But that being the ceiling of the round, we are seeing force buys coming off on the side. Actually, not force buys. There are good buys coming off on the side of 7R. They're already broken on the economy, but they're gonna buy it whole. And we're also seeing Zeusaberz on a full buy of Phantom with armors and utilities. So basically, both of the teams are quite equipped with arsenals, and maybe they might be volatiling against each other. And we're seeing Zeusaberz holding off this angle altogether. They're gonna rush. It's like they're gonna be one kind of, I don't know, some kind of tornadoes coming off into the site soon enough. It's basically, we're seeing a boombot on Faisal. Faisal now knows there are multiple enemies right there, so basically informations are given. There is still they're waiting. They're thinking there might be a rotation, and maybe there might be some kind of rotation out here. Yeah, DVX knows the position. Maybe here's footsteps, and we're seeing Dam going for some info on his ultimate. And there's 1 minute of the clock, and we're still not seeing any kind of frags or any kind of entry still coming off. Zeusaberz is holding it really patiently, and they're going for a whole rotation over the map towards A, maybe. And right now, we are also seeing actions being put up, and we're seeing DVS putting off
the timing.
Yeah, exactly the timing, as you saw, as Kirita told. Really bad timing, and now we might be seeing Forza. Oh my god, that was a beautiful kill, but almost there. But Deadly gets taken out, and we are seeing Zero taking some damage, and that's Velcro. Overlords raise up to 1, but doesn't help. We are seeing Ice as a double kill. They're here, and we're only seeing Zar, the only person now holding off, and it's all up to him what's gonna he do. And we're seeing Overlord holding this angle now and then, relieves of it, now heals of it. It's 10 seconds on the clock, and Zar doesn't have any time to work with. So maybe Zar is gonna go for some frag, and he does get 1 frag. Gus gets a second, but doesn't get the third, sadly. But Zar makes sure the economy is damaged to the ground of Zeusaberz, and almost it is, but not fully. So that giving up. This is the fourth. This is basically the 7th round coming out, and we are seeing 4 on the side of Zeusaberz still in the lead, and 3 on 7R. The fight is looking stronger. Fight is looking unpredictable. Fight is looking uncompromising.
Definitely a perfect way to describe this matchup as we're gonna see Zeusaberz going for another force buy. They have phantoms in hand. Devious is gonna stick to a Sheriff Sar with a judge. We can accept some insane satchel plays coming out of him because he needs to get up close and personal with the enemies to actually do some damage. We're gonna see immediately a lot of ground established in this mid. Not much resistance. The sage wall isn't gonna come in. Sar is gonna walk into heaven. There's some kills utility there, but he will be ignoring. He's gonna die to the utility. He was just standing around for so long. The breach ultimate was also used in B main, but the push wasn't coordinated. The players from heaven aren't inside. We're gonna see some utility being used there from Roy. He's gonna get the frag onto Deadly. Damn also getting one onto Yuri. The side has been cleared, but there's only one player alive there. Faisal, but he's gonna get taken out. It is a 2v4 scenario. Retake coming down for 7R. They're gonna have to play this round really carefully. As we see, Overlord and Velcro, the only ones alive. They have some utility left in them, but it's gonna be really tough considering that they have this really impressive crossfire setup. Good smoke though coming down from the side of Velcro. They are expecting a flank, which is coming right now a little bit late from Roy. He is going towards mid. There is no utility to actually cover for them. So Roy is actually a really big threat right now as we see the players dropping down. The paranoia coming in clutch from the side of Dam, but Devious does get taken down from Overlord. The trade is there, but in 1v3 crossfire, Overlord finds one frag, but both of them are in this garage area. He doesn't have time. He's gonna bait them out, but Dam is gonna win the gunfight with 11 HP only. He's gonna have enough time to fall back and keep his life and keep his weapon. So we're gonna see a 3-5 scoreline coming down after that round, and Zeusaberz, despite 7R winning a really impressive round back there, but that didn't really help their momentum at all. As we see, oh, Yuri has disconnected. I think there's a technical issue with the side of 7R. A pause might be following through right now. But speaking of Zeusaberz, there's coordination with the breach and this mid push. It's actually sort of getting really predictable right now. I think as 7R are quite aware of that. They are putting those utilities in, and is the timer on?
What was that?
I think one of the players, Yuri, has disconnected from the side of 7R. So
What was the timing? I mean, barriers are removed, right?
no, there's still I think 1 second on the clock. The barriers, I mean, the barriers are dropped, but you know the visual barriers are dropped, but I think the barriers still stop you from entering.
Okay. There was some
Let's see.
timing.
So I think one of the players has disconnected from the side of 7R. So I think we should go for a pause, or oh, he's restarting the PC. So we should go for a pause right now. We're gonna wait for the issue to be resolved and the player to reconnecting. So till then, ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. We're gonna be back with you about this match after the player has reconnected. So still then, stay with us. We'll be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with this matchup between Zeusaberz and 7R going into the third map. The pause was quite quick, and it was in the I mean, just at the right second where the barriers were gonna go down. But one of the players had disconnected from the side of 7R. It was Yuri, so he has reconnected now, and we are gonna resume the match. We're gonna see Zeusaberz with a dominant push. That nade is huge. It will absolutely push out these players from this held position. Velcro will find one frag onto Sar, but damn with the trade, Sar's bot actually got another frag there. So it is 3v4. A good nade coming on, actually denying Ice the bomb plan, buying them some time. But is it going to be enough? Another boombot is going to come in. Devious might get spotted, but his teammates are there for the cover. Roy actually doing some good damage onto Faisal. Damn with another fang onto Yuri. 2v4 scenario. Faisal has no HP to work with. It's all onto Overlord with the Sheriff. He connects a shot, but the cage came up just in time for Devious to actually get a spray in. So we're going to see another round, the 6th round going in favor of Zeusaberz with a 3-6 scoreline. They have the momentum going, but 7R, they aren't doing much in resisting these side entries. You have a Killjoy and Astro, you have to use those utilities a lot more aggressively, I have to say. You place them in the main, coordinate them along with your Killjoy, and focus those sentinels and controllers on that side. Have the rest of the firepower, have the rest of the rifles in the mid or the other side. But right now we're going to see again another mid push. I mean, Zeusaberz are really confusing the players of 7R on whether or not they should place a utility on the mains or the mids, because this mid has so much value, and this mid is actually being used so much by Zeusaberz that this is actually really messing with the heads of 7R and whether or not they should play the Killjoy utilities or the Astro utilities in the mid area or the sites themselves. So immediately they have actually gone through vents. They're right outside this A heaven area. Star is holding an angle. They're just waiting for the right time to go for the peak. We can see some the aftershock being used from Ice. Faisal will be spotted out by Roy. He's gonna go into the side. A good nade spot will be pushing him back. Sar's gonna even throw some satchels in to push back Yuri. He's yet to get a frag this round. The side has been taken by Zeusaberz. We're gonna see Dam TPing in. So the bomb plant is gonna go down from Ice in a really open scenario. None of them are denying the bomb plant though. It could have been easily denied, but Faisal, he's holding another angle. A lot of ultimates are going to be used. Both the Killjoy ultimate and the Astro ultimate are going to be used to push back the players of Zeusaberz out of the site, so the retake is slightly easier. Faisal's going to go for a peek, traded out. So many trades coming in from both sides. It's 3v3 scoreline coming down. There is still the Jet ultimate and the Cypher down with the frag onto Yuri, traded up by Velcro. 2v2 scenario. A revive is available. Not anymore, as it's a 1v1 now between Velcro and Dam. Velcro is inside 33 HP. He gets a headshot though, a flick onto Dam, winning them the round. A triple kill for him, and we're gonna get one more round in favor of 7R. So it's gonna be a 4-6 scoreline. The economy will improve a little bit, but Zeusaberz on this side have a pretty comfortable economy to work with. So I think they can buy them for themselves and for their teammates and get some proper rifles in hand. So the pressure is still on 7R. They did lose a few players there. Actually, all 4 of their players was lost. So it's going to be a really tough economy to maintain, at least for now. But they have some momentum going. They have some idea on how Zeusaberz plays this mid area. So they just need to coordinate their utilities based on that and have some coordinated peaks coming in as well. Not just simple dry peaks, but coming in peaks with double angles or after utilities.
And I've been seeing this, like 7R has been focusing a lot on the frags mostly. So they're always securing frags, trying to secure frags, which they always like to do. And that being said, they're pushing enemies' position. I mean, the positions that basically your enemies should be taking, they're basically pushing that kind of, positions all of a sudden. And that on a sudden basis is really effective in some point. And that gave them the round so fast. And at the end, what we're seeing is that through the process of pushing, through the process of playing aggressive, 7R is losing a lot of manpower through that. And through that, 7R is also risking themselves to a round of losing. They could have been, a bit more holding on the side, anchoring it properly so that enemies cannot get in. But what they're doing is they're improvising themselves, and we're seeing the first strike off the board on them, but Zero takes back the reflex. 7R Overlord takes GG's, and we're seeing Zero. Oh my god, what's that? It's basically working a lot in their favor right now, and Ice is in really bad position right now. And we are seeing Crossfire being set up, but Zar out here gets tries to get one more frag and doesn't, because Velcro gets that, and sadly couldn't go for a good tracking right there. Ice and misses the track, and one more round coming up on the side of 7R. This is the last round before the swap. 7R basically is focusing on more than understanding what Zeusaberz are going to do. What I'm seeing is Zeusaberz is basically positioning themselves as a really, really bad, because right now what we see is when they're pushing the side, they're not anchoring it properly. They're not holding off the angle. They're not checking the angles. And what they're doing is whenever they're failing to peak a point properly, when they're failing to challenge someone properly in the gunfight, they just keep pushing. They just keep improvising. That's what making Zeusaberz lose most of the gunfights they're engaging in. And Zeusaberz, what I saw in the past, uses a lot of utilities, but right now I'm seeing lack of utility usage on Zeusaberz. Zeusaberz basically tend to more, push a lot rather than using utilities to cover up or use smokes to entry up. So you're also seeing Zeusaberz being really slow in their push, not providing pressure. They're just waiting. They're just waiting for the push. They're just waiting for everyone to come by, and then they're pushing it. So basically giving enemy to understand the pattern of play. They could have changed the pattern, and they could have made it happen. Anyways, we're seeing a frag coming off, and oh my god, Faisal did a kill, and we are seeing, absolutely dominating round coming off on the side of 7R. Beautifully wiped out Zeusaberz of the map, just like that. They just needed a few seconds to ruin it. And what I'm seeing is Zeusaberz losing their heads right now. They should be more focusing. They shouldn't be looking at chats and getting angry. Instead, they should be giving them a proper, proper revenge or proper vengeance to the damages they've been causing. And I really love the scenario out here outside this. It's like a beautiful park. I really love to visit this place one day. It's like a, some kind of glass company or something. But anyways, getting back to thank you, BO3, for showing us the beauty of this map. Kirito.
Well, definitely, we're going to be seeing another round coming in from the side of 7R, equalizing things up, 7-7 the scoreline. Yuri is going to actually press onto Dam there and actually take him out there. The bomb is yet to be planted in the site. All of them have been taking positions, and a good positioning coming out from Deadly, though. That bot is there for his covering, giving information that there are players coming at him from ramps, but there's two actually. Roy with a follow-up coming down start with a trade 4v3 scenario. Faisal, I'm not sure if he's aware of this positioning from Roy, but he's gonna go for the peak. He'll be spotting him out, and oh, that's a clean headshot. Velcro and Yuri get two of their own, giving them the round win, giving them the lead. So it's a 7-6 scoreline in the first pistol round in favor of Zeusaberz. And I think that satchel play coming down from Faisal was actually really unexpected from the side of Zeusaberz, as well as Yuri just dashing into the side, getting their finger down. They were actually caught off guard, and I think they should have played more spread out, have some players cover from heaven as the push from screen, and A main was going in for the retake. But that will result them in a bit of a picky scenario economy-wise. All Spectres are going to come in from the side of 7R. Fates is sticking with half armor, so it is going to be a really tough round to take. We do see the Astra smokes placed all around the map right now. Ice trying to do some resistance to deny the bomb plant in this side, but we're going to see Overlord. He's actually really confused where to plant the bomb himself. He will be planting it in a bit of an open scenario. That is actually a really good plan. I mean, it is exactly in the open side. We're going to see Faisal and Yuri a couple of frags of their own with Ice and Devious. Satchel is going to come in. Sar will find the trade onto Faisal. Maybe one more. Sar with the boom bot is going to get a frag onto Yuri. Retake is very much possible to this scenario, but the low HP on Roy is going to be really difficult. Sar is going to take it out by Deadly. So will be Roy. In a 1v6 scenario, it is Dam with the Spectre. He's going to get a run and gun from Velcro and Overlord. They're gonna take him down with ease. So the bonus round going in favor from 7R. Good economic damage coming down, but indeed it isn't really gonna matter much because the frags were there from Faisal and Yuri. Sar, though getting a boombot kill, will be having enough money to go for a rifle. So a good round coming out from 7R. I think they should actually go for a couple the two players that actually died, Faisal and Yuri. They should go for those rifles to have the maximum potential. Bonus weapons against the Phantoms isn't the best matchup in favor of a 7R, so we will be seeing them go for the Phantoms, so giving them a bit more edge gunfight wise as they're aggressing towards this mid 7R.
Yeah, and that being said, I mean, look at that. 7R is, their aggression is not stopping yet, and they're playing at the same pattern. I think Zeusaberz should know what pattern they're using for playing this, and Zeusaberz might be, holding right now. I think they're holding it stronger right now in phase of giving up position. I mean, 7R isn't caring about the position being give up. They're just pushing it. They're just making a lot of noise, lots of info coming here, but we are not seeing any kind of, still no kind of rotation out here. What is this happening? Where is Zeusaberz? Zeusaberz, are you even here? Where is the response of Zeusaberz? Zeusaberz isn't responding to the calls. Really slow out there. But anyways, Zeusaberz is still there, getting the frags out there, and there is a good amount of frags coming off, and Zeusaberz still on a man advantage, but still, 7 is going for the plan. Zeusaberz is in really big trouble right now if they don't push in. And if they get fragged instead, it's gonna be really bad for them. But Zero takes back the frag. It's one. Oh my god, Deadly! Deadly! Sadly, it doesn't work for Deadly. And Deadly gets
That's
dead.
coming down from Sar, allowing the
Yeah.
peak to go in from Roy, but he was quite
Exactly.
low HP himself. Um, so Deadly, nice try there. He actually did quite a bit of a damage onto um, Roy, but gunfight was regardless one because of the satchel coming in from Sar. So overall, it was a really aggressive push coming in from 7R. Zeusaberz were holding a bit of a passive angle. Trades were there. It ended up with a man advantage for them, but the retake was a little bit slow. I think if Yuri was able to get a frag, things would have been very different. But they're going to be able to push the economy of 7R to a really dangerous scenario. We do see a pretty mixed buy coming in. I think Yuri's going to play the Blade Storm, Faisal with a Stinger, and the rest of them are going to have rifles in their hands. They're aggressing towards this, aggressing towards this B garage area. DBS was going to go for an aggro peek, but he's going to fall back. Information is there, though, that this push could be coming in towards the side of A. Oh, look at that! DBS, nice shot onto Faisal. Yuri, though, jumping and getting a frag on DBS. Ice with the trade. He's gonna go for one more, but no, Deadly's gonna get the trade in. And the side has opened up, along with the Killjoy ultimate, will allow them to go for a plant as a Boomball is gonna come in from Sar. It will be destroyed. A good nade will push back Overlord, but he will be able to heal himself up to HP as they're gonna be able to fall back from this side. The Swarm Raid actually being used immediately. I really like that play coming from Deadly, so they can play the post plants really well. But okay, Velcro, he's all the way in their base and he's on a flank. This could be huge, but he needs to hurry up. The defuse is gonna be stuck, but the Astro Utility is slowing things down. This could be huge from him, but the timing, 7R is spraying through the smokes to get those frags, but the flank coming in from Velcro. He gets one, but the second is not there, but Deadly is there for the trade. 9-7, the scoreline, and the 7 are maintaining their lead from a really well played round. Every aspect of the matchup there, the entry was great, the bomb plant was pretty good, and them able to put those utilities to deny the plant, allowing Velcro for that flank, and slowing down the defuse as well was so well played. 7 are really superior coming down from the style they play each of these parts. They take one by one steps, they do the entry, then they go for the plant. They don't really hurry that much, at least not in this map of Split yet. So they have been successful in pushing Zeusaberz to a bit of an eco round. We are seeing all pistols from their side, and even Apostamer is gonna come in from 7R. I think one of the players has to go to the washroom, so we're gonna have to wait for him to return, and we're gonna take a short break. We'll be back as soon as possible. So till then, stay
Also,
with us.
guys,
We'll be
keep on
taking.
enjoying the scenario, okay? We're seeing
Yeah.
the blaze here. Oh, hey, wait. There's a dark room over here too, and we're also seeing a train. Okay. Interesting.
I guess this is a train station.
Yeah, interesting. Or it's the new metro rail of Bangladesh. Keep watching.
Bangladesh in 2023.
Yeah, Bangladesh, inshallah.
ladies and gentlemen, we are back with this matchup between Zeusaberz and 7R Esports in the third map of the lower bracket finals in the Valorant PowerUp Amateur Cup 6 brought to you by ESPL. And this match is going right down to the wire. And I mean, look at the scoreline, 9-7. Zeusaberz are trailing behind, and they're in an eco round as well. All phantoms in the hands of 7R. That should be more than enough to actually get them the entry into the side. Or sorry, get them the entry into the side and not actually risk losing some gunfights. So they are looking to be in a really comfortable state. I mean, look at the side of Zeusaberz. They're all holding in A, expecting some kind of push to actually play aggressive together in the defensive side, but that won't be working out because the side chosen by 7R is the B side. Roy is playing the ultimate. He's gonna go for those angle clearings, but I think he just got spotted out. He will be, headshot coming from Yuri. That was a really impressive shot. And immediately one man down for the side of Zeusaberz. They're gonna have to play this retake with 4 people. There's still a Raze ultimate available that could actually change the game. Sar caught on his own team's fault line, and the ultimate is being used. There's some utility there to actually deny them the entry. He will find one player, but Deadly just spams through the cage. Gets a 4K. Clip that big. That was a clip, man. That was insane gunplay coming out of him. Just spam through the Cypher cage, knowing that there were players there, but I don't think even he expected to find 4 kills there. Maybe 2 at the most, but overall, it was I mean, obviously Zeusaberz were in a disadvantageous state. They didn't have the weapons. They didn't have any kind of utility. The ultimate coming down from Sar, the showstopper, was all they had, and they got a kill out of that. But overall, really well played from 7R to take that round and play the postman really impressively.
Interesting is that they're not basically giving Zeusaberz even a second. I'm really like astonished. Why isn't Zeusaberz reacting to this? What happened to Zeusaberz? Anyways, we're seeing Zero taking a second frag and third frag of the board. Valpro takes double, Deadly takes another one. 3v3 situation. Situations going critical. Situations being really, really critical. And we might be seeing. Oh, what was that? Anyways, there's beautiful shots coming up. Velcro is in really trouble, and we saw Zeusaberz taking out. As I was starting to say, Zeusaberz, what's wrong with you? But then again, Zeusaberz just take back the round once again in their favor. And 7R is basically, thinking, not thinking the situation, the positions, the pushes they're going through. I mean, look, let me tell you something, when you're in a match, you're just, think about what's happening or what you should do or what strategies you should pull or what's the sticking the strat. But I don't think even for a second, 7R is even thinking anything. Because the amount of confidence, the amount of push, the amount of aggression like 7R is showing, it's like that's like unprecedented. They're just solely pushing. That's what they're doing, solely pushing it. Solely they're making it happen. Solely they're just, getting inside. They're solely getting the kill. Solely pushing. And we're seeing Ice trying to go for some blank fires over here, and Devi is trying to bait up shots. Both of them. One taps there, and we're seeing information coming up, and everyone gets tracked on Neural Scheme. And we're seeing Ultimate of Astra coming by. And this is basically getting really hard for them to push against this. And we also seeing pushes coming up. Overlord! The dependable triple kill. And we are seeing Ultimate didn't affect too much. And yes, it didn't. Sadly, for 7R, they're not giving this round either. They are just standing to it. They're just pushing to it. They're just being 7R. They're not leaving Zeusaberz. Oh my god, Zeusaberz is being really tricked to the end, really outgunned to the end. Because right now what we're seeing is Zeusaberz, getting pre-fragged. Like the early frags, pre-frags just costing Zeusaberz the rounds. Zeusaberz should really focus more on the frags right now. Because I don't think their strats or the utilities is going to help them this time. And that being said, Davies gets fragged instantly at front, takes one Ice, but instantly gets taken out sadly. And we're seeing Overlord taking up Yuri, and it's 5v3 situation, not very durable for Zeusaberz right now. We're seeing Z-Roy with a full attempt to push. He just made a lot of noise, and we're also seeing Faisal did a lot of damage. Z-Roy is all that. Oh my god, Z-Roy is damaged to the team. 8 HP. I mean, if they chase him, he's probably dead. So, you know, what I want to say is Zeusaberz 3 players, or may I say 2 players, are very underperforming. We're seeing Devious and Ice. Ice is a really good player, but right now, I'm not seeing the use, to be honest, too much. I don't see Devious using a lot of utilities. I don't see Ice using the concussions or the flashes too often. I don't see Dam using Paranoia too often. I don't see any 3 of them use their utilities or their abilities to the best point. And now this is the match point of no return. So my question, just like everyone else, what's wrong with you, Zeusaberz? What's wrong?
I think Zeusaberz don't actually have that much time to react, because I mean the level of confidence the 7R have right now, and the belief in their gameplay, the belief in their aim is just reached at such a level that they are just really pushing into sight. I think there is more lack of utility usage coming down from 7R than Zeusaberz, because they're just dry picking into sight. They're just taking those gunfights to them. Yuri immediately gonna use the Blade Storm, and he will be running into Ice, but who's gonna take the frag? The trade is there. Faisal with the ultimate, he won't find a frag. Roy with the frag onto Faisal, though he's still alive in this, but not for long. Velcro with frag onto Roy, traded by Dam. The bomb plant, Dam with another frag, but okay. They managed to actually save that round. We're going to see a 12-9 scoreline. Quite a messy round indeed. And I think 7R got too cocky there. They were a little bit too comfortable, and they just rushed into side 7. Zeusaberz were actually quick on the rotation and were prepared to take gunfights from the higher position, the higher ground in heaven. Dam as well getting a double kill. SARS with a nice frag to end it all. So they're going to have some room to breathe economy-wise to actually take their run. And I think 7R need to sort of slow down. I mean, not their gameplay, their aggressive gameplay is sort of what defines them. That is how they play. They play fast naturally, they go aggressive naturally, but they need to slow down their horses from being a little bit too much over aggressive. Because right now we see already ground gain in mid, and I think Devious is aware of this positioning. He is still holding in hell though. Tripwire in front of him. If he drops, if some of the players are actually going to go into the tripwire, Devious will be aware of the positioning along with his camera. The boom bot will be giving some more information to him, but we're gonna see the rotation coming in towards A heaven, or are they? They're actually stuck in this mid area. They're not sure where to go. Only 1 minute left on the clock. There's still some time to play with, but they are considering that Overlord is going towards B main along with Deadly. The side push could be towards B, but there is still the presence from SAR and Ice that I'm actually worried about. Devious obviously knows that there are players in heaven right now. Sound cues are there. The Omen smokes have been provided already, but their side take is still slow. Overlord's just walking in, and he's gonna walk into the crosshairs of SAR with a frag. Has the ultimate. Deadly with another frag, but traded out by SAR with the ultimate. He's still alive inside, still trying to deny the entry. The rotations are here. Down with the frag on the face of that second one to Yuri. 1v3 scenario for Velcro. And I think the push was a little bit too slow this time. There was a lack of utilities coming on as well. You will find one frag onto Dam. Spots SAR, but from behind it is Roy, but he's actually playing this really patiently. He's not pushing in, but will he check this angle? Velcro, he doesn't check the angle. And Roy played that really smart. I think most of the players in Roy's position would actually push up the stairs and try and get that frag. But look at the smart play coming out of him, actually slowing him down and holding an angle. So where he knows he's gonna have to cross to actually get to the bomb. Really well played round. Zeusaberz actually gaining some momentum, and slowly but surely, the economy of 7R is gonna be toppling. We do see they are able to go for some buys, but Velcro's gonna go for a Spectre. Yuri too, I think, has to play an SMG. He's gonna go for a rifle though, so if he loses this round, he's gonna be in a big trouble economy-wise.
Yeah, and that being said, I mean, this is not, being easier for 7R right now. I don't know what 7R is thinking, but right now, Zeusaberz is very close to making a tiebreaker. And Deadly is still waiting for the ultimate, still waiting. Velcro trying to get some information on mid, whether there's a mid push or not. but yet right now we are not seeing a full rotation coming off on the side. And still, there are noises being made, times being taken, a lot of energy is being given, but we are seeing still the same amount of aggression coming off, and we are still seeing them, holding off angles. And right now, they're just still pushing the mid, making a very minimal noise. They don't have time; they just have to push it right now or never. And they don't have much time left. It's basically almost really, really less time. And we are seeing here Killjoy deploying. And right now, we are also seeing a push coming off. Devious knows the information. Every team knows. Devious, are you gonna shoot? No, he didn't. He just didn't shoot. Sadly for Devious, could have got second. Can he get a second? Oh my god, that was low. He couldn't manage to kill. Ice taking another frag off the board. 7R. Velcro takes one frag, but sadly, a lot of frags coming off. 13 seconds on the clock. Overlord is only one guy left, but Z-Roy takes up every one of them. What is this happening? Is this is gonna be in a tiebreaker, because we didn't see a tiebreaker for a long time now. And Zeusaberz isn't giving up right now. Yes, this is the Zeusaberz we were talking about. This is the Zeusaberz we were asking about. Where were you guys? A long time no see, huh? Welcome back, Zeusaberz, and one more round is gonna welcome you once more back to get a gift fight for Counter-Strike right now. And we are almost in the 23rd round, almost in the deciding who's going to take back this match of today. So anyways, we're seeing here pushes coming off Diddley, getting first strike on Zar. Zar getting taken out sadly on this point. Doesn't help out too much for Zeusaberz, not looking good. Man disadvantage right now, still they're playing it slow. And we're also seeing slow play coming off on the side of 7R, which is rarely being seen long time. So anyways, they're not ready to lose this anytime soon. So next time we're seeing 1 minute, about 1 minute on the clock, and still they're deciding where to go first, because right now Zeusaberz is in a man disadvantage, and they are holding off three of them. Right now we're also seeing a rotation coming off, but right now if 7R pushes, it's gonna be a one hell for the team of Zeusaberz. It's gonna be really big hell for Zeusaberz right now. And right now we are seeing a full out push coming out on the side of 7R. This is gonna be really hard retake coming off on the side of Zeusaberz. Zeusaberz have to make it happen, because this is gonna be really, really hard for them. And very less time, less opportunities, less utilities to be used. It's all about hope. It's all about team coordination. It's really a split second that's gonna decide what's gonna happen. Overlord with a Guardian, one tap, 0 on the board, destroys him completely. We are seeing Velcro pushing out. What is this? Nice try. Almost there. Zeusaberz sadly gets taken now. And we are seeing the victorious 7R coming up on the board, being really, really powerful and aggressive. One more team to watch. Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm speaking for a lot of people here. We weren't expecting them to win, but I mean, this aggression and coordinated as well. I'm not seeing them really play like YOLO and play like puggers, but they are actually having some kind of a tactical viability as they're pushing into the site. We are going to be seeing some of the more supportive players like Overlord and Deadly. They are self-sufficient fraggers. Velcro as well. They don't actually like go light up the kill feed with their name, but in some cases they still are able to provide the support their teammates need with their utilities as they're pushing into site, and that allows players like Faisal and Yuri to actually rush in and get some frags and give them the man advantage into the site, even in attacking halves as well. This coordination between Deadly and Velcro in some maps, along with the Killjoy and Astra, is so hard to actually deny. In many cases, their entry denial is really good. Zeusaberz actually being a very consistent team. Being able to defeat them is no easy task, and I think they have made a name for themselves as they win these lower bracket finals, going into the grand finals. And well, I don't think well, whatever the performance was in the beginning, taking a couple of maps, but uh, I think nobody really expected them to actually win by such a margin in the end by showing such aggression. The last few rounds they did actually play a little bit cocky, so I think they could have played a little bit better. But overall, I think it was a really dominating performance coming out of them. Close round indeed in the end, but overall really well played to both sides.
No matter what. And there was basically almost a close match, to be honest, in my opinion. And after all of this, what I think is that at the end of the day, maybe you might be seeing champions, you might be seeing more of these types of players rising up, this type of teams going up soon enough in your neighborhood, in your esports scenes too. So basically, 7R is one of the newest teams over here where we saw, growing up in a split second in a few months of time. And Zeusaberz was also good time, but I had a good time too. But you have to remember, not every king remains on his throne for a long time, and that also happened in case of Zeusaberz. But that being said, I have to say, at the last few rounds, Zeusaberz really played it well. If they would, hold that type of energy for full time, I think they could have won this match too. That's my opinion. And that being said, thank you so much, guys, for watching. And that will be today's everything right now. So this is me, Kalashnikov and Kirito, signing out for today. And have a good night.